Yo, we live? What's going on, everybody? Happy Wednesday, White Belt Wednesday. Go help out a white belt. You guys know the drill. White Belt Wednesday. We're back again. Let me make sure we're good. Looks like it. Yep. We got some Gable Stevenson, some Gordon, some some Daniel Cormier. We got some Grippo. You guys love Grippo. A little bit of Kevon, possibly. Who else we got on here? I don't know. We got a full story. Full stories. Full show. That's it. Let's get into it, man. Shoot. Look at those tabs. What's DC got to say? Is that Dana White down there? Refresh it. Josiah, what's up, bro?
9 weeks, if you get invited to Contender Series, don't go out there and just try to win. It's about winning, but winning impressively to get a contract. Tuesday night in Las Vegas is supposed to be fun. Hey, on Contender, you don't get a walkout song, you don't get an introduction, but you can introduce yourself by doing something special. So go out there and do the right thing, man. Come on, let's go. Hey, you got 9 weeks. If you get invited to Contender Series, don't go out there and just try to win. It's about winning, but winning impressively to get a contract. Tuesday night in Las Vegas is supposed to be fun. Hey, on Contender, you don't get a walkout song, you don't get an introduction, but you can introduce yourself by doing something special. So go out there and do the right thing, man. Come on, let's go. Hey, you got 9 weeks. If you get invited...
Where do you say that at, Josiah? So that's DC. He's I just I just hear people saying you gotta set yourself apart. But if you go out there and win, you do like Chimaev did, you won't get that UFC contract probably. So I think about that. Yeah, just do your best. I do feel like the crazier people get rewarded. The crazier you are, the more you get rewarded for the Contender Series and the UFC. So you got to remember, it's about entertainment. It's about it. I mean, of course you want to be the best fighter, but I didn't even say martial artist. I didn't say martial artist. I said best fighter. I don't know. There's easier ways to make money. You guys should be over here live. You're probably gonna make more money live streaming than trying to fight in that Contender Series, to be honest. Yeah, Josiah, where did Gianni say that?
I'm back in that mode again. No more pointless socializing. No more empty conversations. Nothing but silence and straight hustle.
Don't worry, Kennedy. One day you'll win your father's approval. One day. We actually got a really good video about this. The thing is, Kennedy's good. He just, I mean, it's hard to win. It's hard to win Worlds, ADCC. It's tough, Kennedy, I think he has won Nogi Worlds, but it's tough to win those big tournaments. Sometimes, it's not meant for you, or it's not your time, or you didn't prepare enough, or the other person was more prepared. And I know a lot of people like Kennedy. I know they world class. They just didn't win, a lot of guys, world class. Look at JT Torres, world class in the gi, just couldn't get, past Lucas. And even Lucas couldn't really get past Leandro. So, it's not always in your control. Some of it's luck. But keep going, man. I mean, of course, even your dad had trouble with Hoffa Mendez. Hoffa Mendez, Cobria couldn't deal with Hoffa Mendez after a while. Says Kevon stalked Gianni. Hey, Josiah, you and Kevon got something similar. Got something in common. He gets praised. I send Gianni love, and I get crapped on. Yeah, it's because you're not ecological, bro. DC, please be the referee for me and Gianni's fight. Michael Spencer, what's up, man? Happy White Belt Wednesday. We're gonna help out some white belts today, right, guys? So, what's your best defense for a head block? A head block when you mean a crossface? You mean a crossface? Is that what a head block is? Please let me know. What is a head block? I'm not familiar with that terminology. A lot of people say Gianni won't win EBI. Why? Because there's a lot of good guys at EBI, and Gianni's more of a point fighter. And he's not known for his escapes. So unless you got good submissions or really good escapes, I mean, how are you gonna win EBI? They say gi is more tougher than no gi. I'm gonna say IBJJF gi is tougher than no gi because, or you mean IBJJF no gi versus IBJJF gi, or you mean like ADCC versus IBJJF gi? Because it depends. I'll say in the gi, specifically IBJJF, we playing. You know, you're fighting so many different variables. The referee is not on your side. You know, the mat crew, the table staff not on your side. The opponent's coach not on your side. Sometimes your coach not on your side. You got to take into account the points, the advantages, the penalties. So we're working with so many more factors. The gi adds another layer of complexity. And the strategy, you got to, like in the gi, you might have to win by one advantage. That's all you got, one advantage. You know, we watched, was it Mayram versus Jao Mendez? Bro, that went down to, it was a referee decision. Both people had one advantage in 10 minutes. They both had one advantage. And, you know, there's so many little nuances that you don't have in the no-gi. In the gi, I'm like, oh, I can't hold like this, but I can grab like that. He can't hold this, but he can grab like this. Oh, he ran out of the mat. Now did I get points? Oh, but I didn't get anything. So, you know, in the gi, we're over there calculating the points in our head, seeing if we're up. Oh, I'm down. Shoot, I got 30 seconds. How can I? Up, penalized. Dang it. I ain't never seen nobody get penalized in no-gi. Have you guys seen anybody get a penalty in no-gi? Maybe at ADCC if you pull guard in overtime rules, but IBJF, you got stuck in closed guard. You trying to pass, penalty. What the heck? I was trying. You also got language barrier. You're going to have a lot of Brazilian representation. Michael Spence says, no, a head block is when they use their head when you post on their hip. Wait a second. They use their head when you post on their hip, so you can't off balance. What do you mean you post on their hip? So you can't off balance them with a hip post. What's a hip post? Generally, when there is a high tripod passing position and they switch. Okay. Why'd you let them get to a tripod passing position? Why did you let them get that far? Why? Yeah, on the near side. Use your head to twerk your head the other way, and then can get double unders. Okay, I think I know what you're saying. Mr. Craig Jones, that you? Craig says, Craig over here messaging me, and I'm trying to read this guy's complex question. Craig says, how do you have the patience to do this every day? I commend you. You got that Moneyberg worth it. Yeah, Moneyberg called me broke, so I'm on here streaming. You know what, Moneyberg? I'm going to keep streaming just for you. Well, not just for him, but I enjoy it, Craig. You know, it's fun. I get to talk about jiu-jitsu, and, you know, people can jump in when they want to. As far as why you're letting that guy tripod pass you, what kind of half guard are you playing, bro? Where's your underhook at? I mean, you got Craig over here. You want to ask Craig? Josiah says, that really Craig Jones? You click on his bio and see. Craig, he doesn't believe you, man. It could be Moneybird. It could be. I can't wait for Moneybird to jump in here. You know, I'm not going to kick him out or anything. We're going to have a good time. So, you know, the ecological bros, they hate drilling. But look, the judo guys are drilling right there. Matt, I don't know what to say. He's drilling. I'm waiting to see an ecological judoka or ecological wrestler, but I haven't seen one. Craig says I pretend to know what I'm talking about. I mean, a lot of jiu-jitsu, we just figure it out together. Like, if you don't have an answer, we just try to figure it out and hope it makes sense. Craig says, I barely train anymore. No time, Sally. Aw, man. Hopefully, you know, after CJI, you can get back in it, man. Because, you know, we all started this stuff because we love it. Yeah, it looks like dance. You know, but we all started this stuff because we love it. So it makes me sad when people burn out. You know, we all burned out. But we got to this point because we really loved it, or we were really good at it, or we weren't better, or we didn't have anything else better to do. Yeah, I mean, that's just a lot of drilling, man. I don't know. We're going to talk about Kevon in a minute, bro. Don't worry, bro. He said, ecological Gianni, please don't come back. Drilling Gianni, please come back. I don't know what's going over there. I don't know what's going on over there at Bodega. I really feel like Gianni, he needs to go to like Unity or something. Train with Junie. I think that would be good. I'm not sure if their personalities match up, but I don't know if the ecological is working, but we'll see. Craig is gonna show us if ecological works, because he got Greg Souders out there. Craig says, I just got good at heel hooks at the right time and took full advantage of that. Barely drilled heel hooks. At the time, I mean, that was the meta. You know, that's just strategy. You know, Eddie Cummings and you guys at Danaher Squad were, you know, just ahead of the time. I mean, it's the same thing at AOJ. They really good at the Berimbolo, you know. The Mendez brothers really great at the Berimbolo, crab ride, outside passing. And that's partly why they're so successful now, I think. Just having that technological advantage over people. And then something else will come through. You know, maybe the wrestling comes back or the judo comes back. So it all goes in waves. I remember when Atos, you know, AOJ used to be a part of Atos, like the 50-50 was a big deal. And like, you know, we couldn't like get past it. We're like, bro, they're pulling this 50-50 position. And, you know, it just happens like that. Same thing with X-Guard. Josiah says, is this seriously Craig Jones? If so, thank you, Craig. My man's fanboying over here. I think he likes you number 2 after Gianni, though, Craig. He says, Eddie Cummings in hiding like the head of Scientology's wife. I'm trying to do a video on Eddie Cummings, but I'm just, man, between streaming and training and regular life, it's hard to do research. We got Mr. Mighty Mouse over here. I like Mighty Mouse. Does anybody else really like Mighty Mouse?
360 really stepped up. Microsoft stepped up to sponsor mixed martial arts, and I guess I'm their first protege.
He was the only fighter sponsored by Xbox, and I asked him, hey, bro, hook me up with Xbox. You know what he said? He didn't say, I tried to. He said, no.
Some of the times when I was sponsored by Xbox, I never got paid. The reason why I did that is because I wanted my name to be associated with that brand. And they didn't have the funding to be able to sponsor an athlete at that time.
Now, what's next for you?
Go back to work, 40-hour-week job, and get ready for the next one.
Would you like to kind of drop that and be able to train full-time if this UFC keeps going and going?
Oh, yeah, definitely. You know, that's the ultimate goal. But, you know, right now, I'm still, you know, up-and-comer. I started 40 hours a week. Until that time, I'll keep working and slaving away at the warehouse. Until then, I'll keep training. You know, Xbox 360 really stepped up.
Yeah, Craig, I don't know how the ranking system. Who's number 1? Michael Spence. I think whoever texts the most. So he had like that big message. What's up, man? Mighty Mouse is cool. Jackson podcast is like some Guantanamo Bay torture. I haven't sat down and watched it. I do like Rampage, but he is wild. Rampage is a wild dude. I respect him. I mean, I think he's cool, But shout out to Mighty Mouse, working, a lot of these fighters have like full-time jobs or, they're bouncing or bartending. And so, I respect having that 9 to 5, having a regular job. I'm sure a lot of guys get tired of like teaching jiu-jitsu or, trying to compete for $1,000 and get their leg broken. So I respect when guys have a regular job and, they're still training as much as they can. Edwin, what's up, bro? Says, how was Mighty working construction? The concrete bag's heavier than him. I mean, he's strong, bro. That's probably what helped him. He was training at the construction job. He got some strong grips. Mr. Craig, your guy Gable Stevenson is making his MMA debut. So that's pretty awesome. I don't want to say I would worry about people. I never met Gable Stevenson, but he's been jumping around. He did the WWE wrestling. He tried out for professional football, and he went back to collegiate wrestling. So I think we got to remember that these guys are really young and they're still trying to find themselves. Guys like him and RBY. It says Olympic gold medalist and 2-time heavyweight NCAA champion Gable Stevenson will debut at LFA in Minnesota. So good luck to him. I guess after CJI. Yeah, someone's like, ain't he fighting at CGI against Craig Jones this year? I hope he does well, Says my cousin's doctor and practices jiu-jitsu. Man, your cousin doing it, bro. Says, yeah, you got to work for what you want. I'm applying for a second job and have an interview Saturday. Well, good luck, bro. Craig says, how wild that debut. He's so confident he will smash me. He is fighting 2 weeks later. Oh, 2 weeks later. Oh, yeah, I guess so. Well, Craig, don't break him too badly, bro. Don't break his legs. He still got to work. Well, I'm sure he made some NIL money, right? He made a little bit of NIL money from this year. We'll read a little bit more about that, but I just wanted to warm you guys up with that little teaser. Oh, stalker story. So is this about Josiah or is this about Kevon? When I'm flying in, I'm gonna fly in Friday night. Got my hotel, gonna room with one of my bros, and we'll come through on Saturday, man. Now I just gotta figure out who I want to bring with me. I gotta figure out who's gonna come with me to the show. We got Mr. Kevon. You guys love, about to say you guys love Kevon. You guys love Grippo on here.
Funny story, Kevon has been manifesting this relationship for years now. I was recently at his apartment, and I've been hanging out with him more now, and I saw that he has a college degree from this school in Jersey, Montclair State University. And I went to that school as well. And I pointed out to him, and I'm like, man, look at that. You went to Montclair? I went to Montclair too. And he's like, Gianni, I approached you like 8 times on campus. You don't remember any of that? No, I don't remember that at all. I was so in my own zone. I was just not a people person when I was in school. He stalked me into a friendship.
He's in your cupboard now, mate. Kevon, come out. I do like a good stalker story, mate.
Funny story, Kevon.
I don't know if that's weird or not. Gianni has looked 21 for 15 years now. He got some good. He got some good genetics, man. I like Gianni. I hope the best for him. I thought he was going to open up a school, but I heard some issues happen. So, it seems like he's enjoying life, at Bodega with Kevon. He met his soulmate. Sorry, Josiah. Kevon beat you to him. And he's had a lot of longevity. Gianni's one of the best American athletes. You guys probably wouldn't agree with me, but, he's won Pans. He's won World Pro, Nogi Worlds, Nogi Pans. You know, he's very decorated, you know. I'm gonna skip this. It's actually I'll read this. This is my bro Christian. No way. Zuck versus Tom Hardy? That would have been great. How big is he? At least those guys train. Moneyberg. Moneyberg. Craig, how much would it take for money to do a private with Moneyberg in the basement? And you got to wear the t-shirt though. you got to wear the rash guard, and you got to sit on the podcast. That's wild, bro. I couldn't put that I couldn't put that rash guard with some other dude's face on it. 20 pounds. Sorry guys, I've been sick. Even though I was sick, I still stream, man. Yeah, that shirt, bro. The whole situation is just crazy to me. And I actually don't hate Moneyberg. I love the dialogue, the back and forth, you know. Or well, it's kind of one-sided, but I've been enjoying it. He says, I equally have no self-respect, but would never get paid to wear that. You know, there's just certain things, I don't know. I guess if you're just getting the money, you don't care about it. I don't know. So my boy, he had a really nice post. I'll read it real fast. It says, for those who want to teach, I commend you. This path is rewarding, but it's also long and full of ups and downs. The photo is from my first deployment where I was teaching during a break from operations. It reminds me why I teach, the connection with students and the responsibility of passing on what I've learned. After more than 20 years on the mats and some time leading in the Army, here are some of the many lessons I've learned. Safety first. Man, safety first, man. Some of these guys in jiu-jitsu, they it's crazy. It says BJJ is a high-risk activity. Put ego aside and put others first. If you're not confident teaching something without harming another person, do not teach it. That's true. Know your value. Free training for helping teach can be a great way to learn and gain trust. But if you are paying full tuition, doing regular teaching, or cleaning with no benefit, reassess the situation. Beat the Dunning-Kruger effect. When you start teaching, you may overestimate what you know or underestimate what you still need to learn. Keep asking why and be ready to explain every movement. For me, success is not just my own growth, but helping others rise. The same way my teachers, coaches, and mentors have helped me, both in BJJ and in the Army. I'm deeply grateful for them. So that's really good. I think if you want to teach, you have to want to help people. You know, that should be your main goal. Want to help people. I saw this. You guys know this girl, Cassia Mora. She did UFC BJJ. She beat what's the girl? I can't remember that girl, the other Brazilian girl. Anyway, she's really great, but I just find it interesting that she was over here refereeing AGF, which I really respect. Again, I see a lot of these athletes hustling. You know, they're refereeing, they're doing construction jobs, driving Uber. So, you know, I just want to shout out everybody and say I really respect that. And, you know, she's good. She probably should have won Worlds this year, but kind of got screwed over. But keep your eyes out for her. She's really good, really great passing. Says me covering the kids' classes when the main instructor is out.
Shifu taught you well.
But he didn't teach you everything.
Shifu taught you well.
But he didn't teach you everything.
Craig says, check out the Guardian Peru school. We just built Guardian Peru Jiu-Jitsu. Okay. Are you guys on Instagram? We just dropped money to build the school down there. If you ever want to, love to send you down there to train. Yeah, I would love to go. Let's check it out real fast. You know, Craig, we really respect you, what you're doing. I I can't name another jiu-jitsu person that's putting up money and trying to help people. You know, in jiu-jitsu, people usually take, you know, buy my instructional, buy my DVD, go to my seminar. But very rarely do you see people actually giving back. You know, some of the Brazilians back in Brazil you might see, but in America. All right, so this is, there we go.
Uber Eats in the city, you know? Obviously, these kids struggling with water, food. A lot of people crammed into one house. Seems like a very dangerous area to be a kid. I like getting pulled into a bad lifestyle, you know? So obviously, very cool to see how Guardian have a jiu-jitsu gym out here. It's cool for me to be able to give back, come and see these kids, you know? And then just beat them up in the gym, because I won't give a submission to anybody. I'll complain if there's no Uber Eats in the city, you know? Obviously, these kids struggling with water.
That's some real stuff right there, Craig. Thank you, man. I feel like that's what, if you're a martial artist, isn't that, back in the day, you were supposed to help your community. Oh, you guys, sorry. Let me switch. Let me play one more time, Craig. My face was in the way.
Back, come and see these kids, you know? And then just beat them up in the gym, because I won't give a submission to anybody. I'll complain if there's no Uber Eats in the city, you know? Obviously, these kids struggling with water, food. A lot of people crammed into one house. Seems like a very dangerous area to be a kid. I like getting pulled into a bad lifestyle, you know? So obviously, very cool to see how Guardian have a jiu-jitsu gym out here. It's cool for me to be able to give back, come and see these kids, you know? And then just beat them up in the gym, because I won't give a submission to anybody.
Craig says there's a post where it shows the school's just completed. Is it this one? Let me click on the mock-up first. Blue the bud. Oh. Oh, it looks nice. Wow. Dang. And, you know, all the schools that aren't even like that good, they, you know, in Brazil or America, they charging all this money. So those kids are, man, that's great for them. You have an attached Airbnb to fund the project. Awesome. Shoot, yeah, I might go down there. Yeah, it'll be great, man. If you want, we'll fly you down there, make a video, and meet the kids. Yeah. Blew the budget. Blew the budget. Facility is nicer than B team. Top middle. Okay, there we go. That's awesome, man. That's great, man. Yeah, we take for granted, you know, we have schools, decent facilities to train at, but other places around the world, they don't have that. They don't have high-level instructors. They don't have a, you know, a place to train at. That's great, man. I wish more people would, you know, give back a little bit. I think on this channel, I'm going to, you know, whenever we see GoFundMe or something, we're going to try to promote that stuff too. If you guys are in Peru, man, go check it out. I know the Meow Bros were down there recently too. Doesn't have that Kingsway mahogany aesthetic. Kingsway, you know, they got it. I like the mats, you know, the black with the tatami, the Kodokan tatami. It looks good, and what is that called? The mahogany. Now, as far as the people there, I can't say much. Mr. Demetrius Johnson versus the Rotulos. I wish they were doing CGI, man. They're busy though.
Put like a little 5 on or something.
Hey. I never seen a Rotulo full guard.
You're almost out. I think if you pulled as hard as you could, you might. But you just reach up in there. So it's like that. You guys squeeze and then you start to choke.
Nice, man. We saw this. I don't know what to say. ADCC. Dang. I'll let you guys watch. Why did they let it go off the mat though? Jesus Christ, man. I don't know. He did a break fall though. He did a little break fall. Well, at least his head didn't bounce off the ground over there. Terrible situation. Eventually ADCC gonna get sued. Tex Johnson tried to sue. He tried to sue Flow Grappling, but that didn't go through. I don't think it went through. Maybe it did. So yeah, be careful. Did he have a submission? No, he didn't even have a submission. Danny Chopper, what's up, bro? Man, that's so blatant. Why would they even let this? Yeah, I don't know. They don't care about your safety. I don't think he had a submission. Triangle. Technically, within the rule set, I mean, I'm not saying that's good or not. Don't do that. For sure, don't do that to me. Yeah, if ADCC gonna get sued eventually. Jason Whitfield says, I don't think people living in the U.S. really understand how important this project is. Living in third world country and having this opportunity is priceless. Yeah, that might be the only gym in the country or in that city or that state. Oh, my back. I'm gonna stretch my back out too, guys. That got me. Dang. We'll donate to the GoFundMe. Oh, dang. Miss Adele. Adele is killing it. Flow Grappling says it's the year of Mika, but it might be the year of Adele, really. I think she's having one of the best years, arguably. It says 1 year ago, we made history, but that was only the beginning. The aim is and always has been to continue making history. So she's one of the best. She's one of the best grapplers on the planet. Not just Australians. She's one of the best grapplers, male or female, out here. So shout out to you, Miss Adele. I mean, Miss Daddy, or just Daddy. And you know what? She's exciting. That's what we want to see. Very submission oriented. Judo versus wrestling. right, that's probably better than any jiu-jitsu stand-up war we've ever seen. I wish the judo people, you know how wrestlers can do CJI or UFC BJJ or whatever. I wish the judo people could cross over more. But ever since Travis Stevens, you know, they kind of put a stop to that. So hopefully in the future we can get more crossover. It only makes us better when we train with the wrestlers, when we train with the judoka. It only makes us better grapplers, and you know, we all grappling with 2 arms and 2 legs, man. It's all similar, you know. Why even have mats? I mean, they don't care about the mats. Some news for the U.S. They won their under 20 world championship, so a lot of up and coming guys, and I don't know about the ladies. I don't know if they had their worlds. A lot of up and coming people. And it's in freestyle. Jason says, are they preparing for $1 million tournament or something? They're going hard. No ACLs in that room. Nah, they just Eastern European, bro. That's how they roll in Eastern Europe. You know, when you go overseas, well, even here in America, people go hard. But when you travel, you go to a different country, they just go hard. I mean, watch Craig Jones' video where you got to break people's legs. You know, they be going so hard. And you don't feel bad because they're like, all right, because they'll do that to you. I'm pretty chill, so I haven't, knock on wood. I mean, people try to kill me when I go to Europe or somewhere, or even Asia. They try to kill you. I'm going to move on. I got a copyright strike for watching some of those clips from the U20 World Championship, so I'm not going to even try. I think I can play this, though. That's all good. That's all good, bro. All right, that's all I can play. Little skip from USA. So this is the senior team. Hey, is that Kyle Snyder? At least Craig didn't have a match versus Kyle Snyder. That would have been bad. He got caught. You know, he got caught with his pants down. So, you know, we made some videos about that. I enjoyed that. But apparently he's back. He just can't do no interviews. That's all. They got Kyle Snyder over there. He's still representing America.
Saka, Tony, Trent, pressure. What pressure? Bang. Palmer, Bellingham, Saka, Tony, Trent, pressure. What pressure? Bang. Palmer.
Shout out to Team America. Everybody but Kyle Snyder, but everybody else is okay with me. Even fight sports athletes are like, slow down, Eastern Europe, you're scaring it. Yeah, fight sports guys, I mean, they go crazy too. Yeah, fight sports guys. I'm not sure if that's the Carlson Gracie in them or what, or if it's the Cyborg in them. It says, what do you think of these prices? So I'm going to just click on it real fast, let you guys read. Private classes with the GOAT. Why you got to call your coach the GOAT? Professor Gordon Ryan at Kingsway, Monday through Friday, 10 to 12, 11 to 12. He only got 2 hours. Was that 5? Okay. So he's available. He's available every day, but just 1 hour usually a day. One person for Kingsway member, $1,000. Non-Kingsway member, $1,200. Group of 2, $500. 3. Sorry, guys. Still sick, man. I'm trying to get better. $333, $250 for 4. You guys might need like 10 people. You can get it for the cheap. Yeah, I mean, if you got the money for it. I mean, money. What's Moneyberg paying? What's Moneyberg paying? If it was too cheap, he literally would spend his whole life teaching privates. My man understands how prices work. This is funny. It's funny to see people not understand simple supply and demand. These are his prices because people are willing to pay them. He charges enough to make it worth his time. I'd like the book one. What are you going to work on in your private lesson? I don't even know if you guys can see. He'll pay you so you can. I can't read some of these comments. I can't read these Reddit comments. I can't read most Reddit comments, guys. It's more than fair. The value isn't will you learn $1,200 worth of techniques? You'll get a lot more value grabbing $1,200 worth of Gordon and Danaher DVDs. The value is if you're a middle-aged rich guy and you want to flex to your friends, you took a private and got a selfie with Gordon. Yeah, that's basically it. It's like paying thousands to go backstage at a concert for a meet and greet. Basically, yeah. Craig should totally book one for. I don't think they'll let him in there. They're not going to let him in that door. They got his picture up on the wall, said, "Do not let him enter." He says, I think Hickson was charging around $500, and people I've seen talk about doing one have been birthday gifts, bucket list stuff. Yes, people just want to hang out with him. We got Mr. DC. He's going to be on Club Shay Shay. Man, my man, he got in some trouble. Shay Shay got in trouble. He paid out a lot of money, man. So, guys, be careful out here in these streets. Be careful what you're doing. But DC going to be on there. It might be good. He's getting ready for something, huh? What is DC getting ready for? Islam says he trains to eat well. Yeah. Somebody said he's worried about his health, but I don't know. Maybe. Guys, take care of your health. Who else is on here sweating online, streaming, telling you guys to take care of your health? I don't hear nobody else telling you to take care of your health. Just me. So to be clear with these prices, Gordon is not opening a Guardian Jiu-Jitsu Academy anytime soon. No. Gordon is for profit. He's made, how many millions of dollars has Gordon made? I don't know if he's donated. Maybe he's donated anonymously, but yeah, I really wish these guys would. I'm not saying they got to do what Craig is doing, but I don't know, man. They just seem really greedy to me. I just see greed. And I don't see much giving back or anything, really. I think Craig at least has a good shot at going incognito as Selena. Yeah, with the leopard print. Yeah, he just pulls up with the wig and the leopard print. He starts teaching classes. I like Helena. I like Helena. She got a lot of animals, though. That's the only downside to Helena. But she seems nice. Just them animals, bro. I don't like animals all around me like that. Fucking a bird flying on my head. Some snakes around my arm. She got too many animals, man. Bernardo. What's Bernardo got to say?
BJJ Fanatics, did you go with them?
Yep, I have some DVDs.
Are they the most honest guys in the sport?
Oh, I love those guys. Yeah,
those guys tell you something one time. You don't have to write it. You don't even have to think about it again. They've got a computer that runs the whole thing. You get yours, they get theirs, off you go. I've been so impressed with those two guys, and they don't really get enough credit just for being honorable men. There's not.
What the heck just happened? All right, replay that. We like Bernardo on here. He's a really nice guy.
Did you go with them?
Yep, I have some DVDs.
Are they the most honest guys in the sport?
Oh, I love those guys. Yeah,
those guys tell you something one time. You don't have to write it. You don't even have to think about it again. They've got a computer that runs the whole thing. You get yours, they get theirs, off you go. I've been so impressed with those two guys, and they don't really get enough credit just for being honorable men. There's not a lot of honorable men in this space.
I fully agree.
BJJ Fanatics, did you go with
Yeah, I think everybody's has nothing but good things to say about Bernardo. And BJJ Fanatics has helped a lot of grapplers all over the place. We got Mr. Dubious Dominique Bell. What happened to Dominique Bell? He did like a ADCC trial, and that's it. He kind of stopped. Maybe he burned out too.
Health practices that you do continuously that help you in performing and in business?
I would say I still do jiu-jitsu as a practice, so movement, creativity. I love doing yoga just for the full range of motion, the meditative aspect, slowing down like that rushed feeling you have all the time. By the time you finish a yoga session, it feels like mentally you're in a blank slate, and it's good to have that refresh every now and then, because I feel like as an entrepreneur, we're kind of always working mentally.
Always.
Yeah,
always.
And that can kind of burn you out. And then just making sure like I'm eating right. I'm not super strict with my diet, but I do feel it if I'm like overindulgent, or I'm not eating the right things, or not giving my body enough of what it needs, especially if I'm lifting and doing jiu-jitsu. It kind of starts to slow me down a little bit.
So what are some of the health practices that you do?
My man, he living that California lifestyle, so shout out to Dominique Bell. I know you guys like his content. Gordon doesn't do anything anonymously. Yeah, I guess not. He would have made a huge post with Moneyberg speaking about how incredible they are because they gave a private to a handicapped kid for a discount. Yeah, I mean, both of those guys, they suit each other. All those guys suit each other. We talked about this a little bit a while ago, but I can't even talk, guys. Sorry. We got legendary John Smith, coach to the Cowboys, which David Taylor is in charge of now. He's going to be returning to coach the ladies. So I think that's the next big thing. The female wrestling is growing, and I support it. I want to see wrestling do well. I want to see judo do well. I mean, they fighting me over there in the judo world, but I want them to do well too. Says a guy like John can't just sit at the house. Nope. What a great ambassador for the sport. Just continues to give back. Sounds like the typical wrestling coach. Mofos can never retire. That's us. None of us can retire. We love doing this stuff, and we'll be in the room till the day they die. One of our local coaches retired 20 years, and he still shows up to practice every day at 90 years old. Can't do much anymore, but I guess he goes crazy at home and would rather sit and watch practice. Great coach in his day, too, so gives out some good wisdom to the kids and other coaches in the area. So, I mean, yeah, even when I get old, I'm going to still be at the gym, watching, complaining. What else is there to do? We did talk about Gable's MMA debut. We just asked that Craig doesn't break his legs. Don't break his legs, Craig, please. Megaton Diaz competing in his 50s is cool. If he can do it, y'all can compete forever. I like Megaton, but he doesn't need to do adult. He just needs to stick in the Masters 3 or 4 or 5 division. But if you watch his Masters matches, he kills everybody like super quick. So I don't know, man. Nah, don't say that, Josiah. Craig not gonna break his leg, I hope, because he got to fight. He's fighting September 12th. Says Plan D rarely works out because your heart's not into it. I don't know where Gable's heart is. I really want him to, do international wrestling, but I'm not sure where the money is. I don't know if he has any sponsors really, like Rudis or something. He's going to make many millions hand over fist. I think it will work out fine for him. Maybe he won't be a several-time champ, but he's going to kick a lot of dudes' asses. He had a better chance making millions in the WWE. That's true, yeah. I don't know if you're going to make a lot of money in the LFA. Maybe he can with sponsors. He wouldn't be the first Olympian to get into the UFC. Henry Cejudo is the perfect example of that. People assume that because they have a track record, that automatically points to success. It can, but in most cases, guys who have reached that level and wrestling would have to take significant steps backwards and ramp up again as if what they did before never happened. It's easier for guys like Kamaru Usman, who might have never reached their full potential, or even Pico, who decided to get out early and avoid the college grind. But for guys like Henry and Gable, who won early and had a lot of time and energy invested in the sport, it can make people like that jaded about working their way back up. Henry was exactly like that, and when the crowd started to get on him again, that guy who he always was came back out, and he handled one of the greatest mixed martial artists to ever exist. All great and all, but can't overlook the fact that he only got paid $100K to do it. Dang. Gable needs to be humbled. I think life has been humbling Gable. He got humbled at the NCAA finals. He got humbled by WWE. He got humbled by the New York, was it the Buffalo Bills? He got humbled by football. So don't worry, something gonna humble you. Says there's a lot more MMA. There's a lot more to MMA nowadays than just wrestling skill. Bo Nickel's failure to launch is a great example of that. That's more of a strategic error than anything else, right? It says reminder: Gable Stevenson was. I'm not gonna bring that one up. I'm gonna skip that. I ain't trying to ruin nobody's show right now. His striking training clips look bad. He needs to go to wrestling. He needs to go wrestling heavy or won't end well. Yeah, I think John Jones was about to knock him out in one video. And they were just playing around. Maybe I'm the only one hyped for this, but I think he'll do well. One of the greatest wrestlers ever, and heavyweight isn't really known for a deep pool of high skill fighters. His debut in LFA is against a 1-0 37-year-old. He should run through him easily. We don't know, but I have no idea how he'll do at a higher levels like UFC. If he doesn't get chinned by this rando, I expect he crushes regional guys until he gets served to any competent fighter in UFC. Then he gets beat. Well, Buchecha didn't have a good run at the UFC just now. Danny Chapa says, all right. A little conversation down there. That's fine. Some more Mighty Mouse. Oh, it's going slow. While this is going slow, just remember this is White Belt Wednesday. Go help out a white belt, guys. See them struggling. Go help them out. Give them some words of encouragement for me.
You get out of the crucifix, you don't get in it. It's literally the hardest to get out of it. And you guys are wondering, how do you get out of the crucifix? You don't get in it. It's literally the hardest to get out of it. And you guys are wondering, how do you get out of the crucifix?
Well, thank you, Mr. Mighty Mouse. Yeah, don't get into it. Craig Jones shows how to escape a crucifix. Well, yes, it's different in an MMA context. Craig, people love you, man. Take care of your health, bro. Also, people turn on you really quickly. That's what we learned. I've learned. We spoke yesterday about my friend's daughter doing her first wrestling practice. She really liked it and excited to go back. Awesome. Once mom heard she really liked it, she calmed down a little. Wrestling is not easy. That's why you do wrestling. It's not easy. Wrestlers love, jiu-jitsu people. A lot of jiu-jitsu people like the attention. I'm not going to call any names, but a lot of jiu-jitsu people, they just like the attention. But I feel like wrestling, those people just love it, bro. They just love wrestling. It's a lifestyle. It's not a hobby. It's a lifestyle. Once you're a wrestler, you're always a wrestler, right? But in jiu-jitsu, people do it as a hobby, which is, it's not wrong, but it's not their lifestyle. They're not living and breathing it usually. But wrestlers, that's their personality now. I'm a wrestler. I'm a wrestler for life. My kid's going to be wrestlers now. So I'm happy to hear that. And she's a freshman or something. Man, by the time she's a senior, she might have a college scholarship. She might be going to Oklahoma State. She might be going to Lehigh Valley. She might be going to Iowa. So you never know. There's some other schools too. There's D3 programs looking for girls. D1 programs looking for ladies. Speaking on ladies, we got Sarah Hildebrandt. I'm a big fan of hers too.
Out, and then I'll skip away. The duality of bubbly Sarah and I'm gonna rip your head off Sarah is who I am.
She's an aggressive and a strong-minded individual.
Sarah's mean. I don't think Sarah will like me saying that. I don't think she'll take that as a compliment.
I'm a mess of all the human emotions, and I'll just own it. So I grew up in Granger, Indiana. Older brother, then me, then younger sister, and then younger brother. Wrestling is totally like this whole family affair. My older brother started wrestling at school. My younger brother started wrestling, so I was sort of just drugged to all these events. It was 7th grade, and our middle school team didn't have someone small enough to wrestle on the boys wrestling team for like the smallest weight class. They're like, you can give it a go. Like, if you want to try, we don't want to forfeit this weight class, so just don't get pinned. I'm like, okay, I can do this. You might embarrass yourself. You might look like an idiot. You might lose every single thing, but let's just try. Ended up winning my first match, and 20 years later, won the Olympics. I'll cuss you out, and then I'll skip away.
Yeah, I mean, all them wrestling girls tough, man. Every girl I met that wrestled was tough. So, she's freshman, really athletic and smart, but the mom wasn't happy. She would have cut back on her jiu-jitsu training. That's fine. Listen, you only gonna have that high school 4 years. Just let her enjoy. You should get the varsity jacket, go to states. I wish I wrestled, man. I was doing jiu-jitsu. I should have wrestled too. I mean, it makes more sense to wrestle at this point. You can always come back to jiu-jitsu, and maybe during the summers or off season, train a little bit more jiu-jitsu. But yeah, she's only gonna be young once. Enjoy that high school experience, and get that scholarship, girl. Get that scholarship. What jiu-jitsu ain't gonna give you no scholarship. It ain't gonna give you a scholarship. So it makes more sense. I'm pushing more people to wrestling too. Yeah, it's just better. What else is there to say? You can't go to judo. There's no money in judo. Jiu-jitsu's full of creeps. We got too many creeps over here. They got creeps in wrestling too, but we got a lot of creeps over here in jiu-jitsu. And there's no scholarships or anything. Jiu-Jitsu Con, we got a couple seminars. Is it run by one? Mr. Lucas Lepre, that might be good. If you guys are out there, check out CGI, but also, Jiu-Jitsu Con's out there too. Vegas is popping now. I'm just going to go through real fast. Leo Vieta, Jansen Gomez, that might be pretty good. Homo Bahal, Kolabate, and Mia. Are they dating? I feel like they're dating. What do you guys think? I mean, whatever, that's kind of the AOJ way. Gotta get married early. Ato's team got Galvao, Frazato, and Jao Mendez. All right. Melky team, Mika and his dad and Diogo. Buchecha, Carlson Gracie Jr. Oh, shoot. Look at Carlson Gracie over there. Canudo, Julio Cesar, Babito, Ramirez. All right. Marcelo. Yo, we want to see Wagner versus Marcelo. That's the matchup we waiting for now. I'm still going Marcelo all the way, though. All those jiu-jitsu seminars really worth it? Or are they just giving you... Well, first off, you won't be able to hear you won't be able to hear anything. And second off, they're just going to show whatever they want to show. So, I mean, it's going to be a photo op. Come on, let's be honest. You guys going to take the photo with Marcelo. Big smile on your face. You're going to be happy. Elijah Dorsey. Marcio De Deus, and Gabrielli. What's up, Gabrielli? Hoyler, Robert Drysdale, and Kapaka. Sanji, Hodger, Roberto Gordo. Are these guys sponsored or something? What's going on? Oh, that's their team logo. But why is Hodger's kick site? Roberto Gordo and Soka. Hey, Daisy Fresh. They the only no-gi guys over there. They might be putting the gi on, though. Clay Mayfield. Hey, Clay. And Michael Pixley. Is Michael Pixley... Because he's doing CGI. Oh, I guess Dorsey is, too. We got 2 CGI guys out there. Well, 3 of you count. Heath's not the coach for America's team, though. Wendell Alexander, Leo Santos. Okay. Rodrigo Fayao. All right, it might be good, man. I don't know. You can pay $35 to be there. You might as well go enjoy the seminars. Who knows, man? You guys just wanted the picture. Kind of cool to see Team America and Team Iran over here working, shaking hands and stuff. So at the end of the day, wrestling is about that friendship between nations, right? The Olympics and all these international tournaments are to build better relations. It's not, of course, everybody wants to win, but you're trying to show that everybody, we're all people. We're one. Yeah, this stuff's a lifestyle, man. Who's that? I wish we had some judo highlights. I didn't find any. More Gable. I think we kind of talked about everything. Wasn't he training for WWE at one point, or am I mistaken? He was, but was cut due to poor progress. I don't think he has the personality for wrestling. He just didn't have the mouthpiece. I wonder, maybe Craig could do well. I wonder what jiu-jitsu person could do well in WWE. Maybe it have to be someone a little bit bigger, maybe? I don't know. Maybe somebody that can flip around. Nah, I'm not sure Gary Tonin could do it. Tackett, maybe. Think Tackett. He would have to get a lot bigger, though. Andrew, not William Tackett. He was in NFL, then he went back to college and lost at the NCAAs, by the way, as well as a few other things. He seems kind of indecisive and all over the place. So I'm not sure how he feels about this. He's still young. Of course, bro, most people in their 20s don't know what the heck they're doing. It may be less indecision and more not being good enough at the other stuff. MMA is the first choice of very few people. He couldn't just up and become a football player, and then he couldn't hack it in the WWE. So now he's trying one of the options further down the list. Maybe just go the coach, stick in wrestling, bro. I mean, honestly, he's really good at it. I don't know if he can coach it though. But have you seen what those wrestling coaches are making? You know how much money David Taylor's making, and he got access to the private jet. That's what I would try to get on. And you could have that job for 10 to 20 years. You good, bro. Nobody's fighting for 10 to 20 years in the UFC, really. Someone he was in WWE for like 2 years, but rumor was he just wasn't making any improvements in training, and he also wanted to continue competing in wrestling, which didn't sit well with WWE. He didn't pick it up easily and was booed out of the building. Not "we don't like you" heel booing, but legitimate "you are a bad wrestler, a bad person who got out." Can't say that. He then got cut after spending a lot of time in developmental with nothing to show for it. Then failed to launch a football career. Then came back to collegiate wrestling and lost his last tournament. Well, he only lost one match though, which was the final. Yes, he went to WWE, had a few awful matches, and the crowd hated him. Then he was fired, and all the wrestlers talk about how much of a. Then he went to the NFL, got signed, failed miserably, and got fired. Then he was in talks with Real American Freestyle. Hulk Hogan found out. Oh, can't say that. LFA is pretty much a feeder organization for the UFC, so it seems like they want him to get a few wins before bringing him in. Oh, he's only 25. Okay, that explains a lot. You guys doing okay? You doing okay, Josiah? Let's see. If his manager is smart, he'll have 5 to 6 wins before going to the Dana White Challenger Series, Contender Series. That was the original plan before Gable signed with WWE, at least what the UFC wanted him to do. So we'll keep you guys updated after CJI, what he does. I'm hoping for the best. It says 3 signs that somebody can fight.
Sign number 1, they quiet. If like you want beef them, you scream at them like, whoa, what, come here, I want fight. They just silent. They don't talk much. They don't say to you, come here, I want fight you, I want punch you. They're just silent. They're just looking at you like this, like Alex Pereira, and they're ready to swing. Second sign, they want peace. You want beef, they want peace. They say, oh bro, I'm sorry, like this, I bump into you and stuff like this. Go your way, I go my way. They don't want beef. They don't want beef. They want just peace. Most of the time they want peace because they know they can beat you up. They can do a lot of bad things to you. Third sign is when it's like a heated situation, like everybody want to fight and something like this, and he stand there like this. And he's like a little bit shaking, not because he's like scared or something like this. He's a little bit shaking because, because his whole body is full of adrenaline. He want to punch, he want to swing, understand? He's ready to swing. That's why, guys, if somebody want peace, don't fight. If somebody is silent, don't fight. Because he is silent, because he can beat you up. If somebody shaking, don't fight. And remember, dogs who bark, don't bite. Remember this. 3 signs that somebody...
Guys, don't be out there fighting. Someone asked, what happened to Jedi Does Jiu-Jitsu? He was pretty big on YouTube for a while. It's not an easy game. That YouTube game is rough. I think I've been on YouTube since like 2017, I think. It says, when I first started out, he was one of my absolute favorite creators, but he seems to have fallen off the face of the earth. Nothing on Insta or YouTube in the last 2 years. Anybody know him? Know what happened? Hope he's okay. He seemed like an absolute dude. So BJJ gets boring after a while if you obsess over it. Burnout is really easy in the sport. He's in the Dagobah system finishing his training. I like that Star Wars reference. He's looking for a master named Yoda. Have you seen him? The dog bar system. Maybe he's moved on to another sport. Jedi does bowls. Jedi climbs. No, nobody knows what happened to him. You guys know what happened to him? It says you go shopping in Dagestan. I hope you guys not doing that in the store with your gi on. Is that you guys shopping? Josiah, is that you shopping? I don't think I ever wore my gi out in public. Got Mr. Finfu.
I'm Hamza Shimaev, Jiu-Jitsu coach. His dedication, his hard work. He never been a talent guy, but a guy with a lot of discipline and hard work. Before he be a pro MMA fighter, he was already training jiu-jitsu with me, almost 9 years. When I show the gratitude, show that we appreciate the help and support from everyone that believe in our work, that support our work, it means a lot to us. For the first time, Hamza managed to keep the fight going to 5 rounds, something that the entire MMA community was always doubting him, because he always go and finish the fights in the first round. Everybody was saying before the fight happened that Hamza's possibility to win the fight would just be in the first round, maximum mid of the second. After that, he would start to be tired and eventually his opponent would knock him out. So we proved everyone wrong.
What's really interesting is that you guys know, probably don't know.
My name is
Fin Fu. He came up under Ted Day, and kind of like how Gordon's doing, not Gordon, Craig is doing his Guardian Foundation. Ted Day started his Ted Day project, and so a lot of guys came up under Ted Day. Guys like Fin Fu, who now he's the coach of Hamzat, who is a UFC champion. So, you never know, the seeds you plant, you never know what's going to happen, what can grow from those. So that's what I tell you guys to give. I'm not saying give to me, but, be open to giving and helping others. Mush Master, what's going on? Fin Fu has been good, yeah. Especially in Sweden, he got a lot of a lot of those guys came, like, a lot of Swedish guys came up through him. All Stars or something. I think that's the name of the school. All Stars. I've seen him around, Man, I'm cooked. I've seen him around, but I never had a chance to really, talk to him. But, I love his story, especially with Ted Day. Very beautiful story. Maybe we can listen to it a little bit later. Maybe not today. I don't know. We got more Grickbo.
Kind of like a spicy matchup. Not many people have seen him lose. I don't think he really competes all too often. I think he's competed ADCC trials and who's never won a couple Polaris matches, but he hasn't had many setbacks. From what I can tell, I think Pato's the only one that's really beaten him over the last couple of years. But deep in my heart, I'm like, man, I know I can not only beat this guy, but I know I can submit him. I believe our styles work very well for me. So I was very excited about it because I'm like, man, I feel like I really get another opportunity for me to prove myself against a high-level opponent and someone who I think a lot of people look at highly, and as they should, but I really do feel like the matchup was very favorable for us. That's the reason why he ducked. I'm kidding. Owen was kind of like a spicy matchup. Not many.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Shout out to Nico at 10 Day Kids Project. Yeah, she's like, one of the center. Yeah, I don't want to say a figurehead, but she's like the glue behind 10 Day Kids Project. And, she's a really cool person. She's helped a lot of those Brazilian kids you guys love to watch. She's helped them get to America and train and win those tournaments. And there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes, keeping the kids fed, keeping the gym running, and getting money so they can go and compete and travel. It's a lot, There's a lot of good people in this sport. We usually focus on the crazy people or the bad people or the greedy people, but there's some good people in this sport, man. Yeah, don't get it twisted. There's some good people in this sport. We got Mr. Gannon. If you guys remember him, he used to train at Legion. We got a picture of him right there getting his black belt from Andres and Keenan. But he got some gym rules he's going to share with us.
What's up, guys? My name is Gannon Lang, and I own Nexus American Jiu-Jitsu. I just wanted to go over our Nexus American Jiu-Jitsu commandments here. Starting off with number 1, do not wear your shoes on the mat. Wrestling shoes, that's a different story, but as far as outside shoes, we're just trying to avoid those. We do not want to get ringworms, staph, or anything in between. It's just a safety thing. What's up, guys?
Yeah, the shoes on the mat's a big one. Yeah, they've sent a lot of gear. So it's not just monetary, just gear. I'm sure gis, kids need gis. They grow out of gis. Them kids grow so fast. So yeah, we'll definitely look into Tedder Day Kids Project. Hopefully I get out there one day. My homeboy, he goes out to Brazil a lot too. He's from the they used to do like these not camps. What was it called? Where people will come to Brazil, and there was like these little camps, and I think he met her there. It's like travel to Brazil, like these training camps from back in the day. Alliance used to do some. I was too young to go to Brazil, but they used to do these training camps in Rio, where you would stay in it wasn't a hostel, but you would stay in a house. They had mats, and there was a person to cook there, and you basically would just stay there all day, the whole week or 2 weeks. I want to see that matchup. I want to see Owen versus Gianni Grippo eventually. We got Mr. Musumeci. You guys love Mikey Musumeci. I don't think this has been Mikey's year. I felt this has not been Mikey's year, Now, he might have made a lot of money this year, but I mean, respect-wise and, his reputation-wise, I don't think it's been a good year for him.
This is Mikey Musumeci, and I'm going to break down what I think that Khamzat could have done in the DDP fight. I do this a lot from this crucifix spot, and I think that this would have instantly made the match end in a minute. So when he was here in this crucifix spot, the biggest thing for me is getting my bottom leg wedged under his shoulder. So what I like to do is I like to get my knee wedged, right? And in MMA, if the head's down, this is death, right? He just kept throwing punches. So DDP has to cover up his head like this. In Jiu-Jitsu, the person tries to keep down, right? That's the difference between Jiu-Jitsu and MMA. But what I like to do here, regardless if the head is up or down, I take this hand and I make an over back grip on his neck. Why I'm able to do this is because my knee's wedged under his shoulder. So I make this over back grip on his neck like so. And I make a grip on his armpit, do you see? And the armpit grip plus my knee under his shoulder gives me the ability to do this now. I move my knee over, I throw my leg over his head, and when I throw my leg over his head, look at my knee pit. I try to get it as deep as I can to his neck. Now I put my head down, and my right knee that's under his shoulder can now lock a super tight triangle here, and I squeeze, and I get the tap. So again, he's here in this side control crucifix. I just get my knee a little lower. I'm here. Imagine there were strikes here. It even makes it easier to do because he has to cover up his neck. So it's even easier in MMA to do this position because he has to worry about strikes, right? But you put your head down for jiu-jitsu people. I feed my head under, regardless if his head is up or down, I can get this over back grip. Now all I do is I bring my right knee under more, I throw my leg over, feeding my knee pit as deep as I can on his neck. My right knee is already wedged under his shoulder. I can lock the triangle here, and I just bring my hips down and finish a super tight triangle. Hey guys, so this is Mikey Musumeci, and I'm...
I mean, that's a good attack, but I think Finfu or whoever was coaching Hamza said don't do that. So, and UFC, well, I don't know how much damage he was doing, but people understand damage. They don't really understand choking mechanics. And remember the gloves, it might be harder to do. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's easier to, of course, Mikey, we ain't seen Mikey do no MMA really. There's a possibility the guy gets out from on bottom or rolls you or something. You can't finish the choke. And there's a lot of adrenaline. Like, I haven't done MMA, but I'm assuming there's a lot of adrenaline that gives people superhuman strength when you're in there. So, I mean, that's a good move. But if you ain't ever done that move before, don't do that in the middle of your UFC title fight. don't Mikey showed me the move and I lost it. You know how many people lost matches because they tried something new and different out of nowhere? Yeah, the consequences of letting someone up or die. Yeah, that would be the end of the match. Say Hamza got swept because he did try to go for a submission out of nowhere, got swept, ended up on bottom, gets knocked out. That would have been terrible. And Mikey ain't gonna help you if you lose after doing his move. Got Mr. Teddy Ryder. Mushmaster was telling me about Teddy Ryder. Look at him. He out here on the boat. He living life. Yeah, he got more money than me, which isn't hard. Oh man, look at him doing well. All right, man. I see you. Mm-hmm. Let's watch a little bit of Teddy Ryder real fast.
Champ is here! Champ is here!
Hey. He make it look easy. God, dog. That look easy. I mean, we try that stuff, we're going to get e-pwned.
Je me souviens, moi, mes premiers pas sur les tatamis, qu'est-ce que j'étais content d'arriver à l'entraînement de judo.
Le code moral, on l'apprend dès qu'on a 4 ans et je pense que ça nous construit, ça nous forge. On s'entend tous et on rigole bien ensemble.
J'ai envie d'affronter mes peurs.
On évolue sur tapis ensemble, on s'encourage les uns les autres.
Je suis fière d'être judokate.
C'est plus qu'un sport, c'est avant tout une famille avec des valeurs.
We ain't got that. We ain't got that in America. And you know what? The French are coming to jiu-jitsu too. They have their own federation that they follow like IBJF rules like super closely. And some of the IBJF refs, I think a couple of the refs are in the French Federation, the French Jiu-Jitsu Federation. So they follow the same rules, and they got some good kids. They got some, bro. France is coming, man. Watch out for some of those French kids. Portugal too. France and Portugal, you're gonna have some really good people in the gi. Now I'm not gonna say nothing about the no gi. Mr. Mystery says, "You think Moneybird can do any of those sweeps?" No, I don't think so. Not against a resisting opponent. Mr. Mystery says, your opinion on Gordon Ryan private prices. I don't know. I mean, I'm not charging those prices. If that's what he wants to charge, it's his school. It's the King's way. The King gets his way at King's way. He can do whatever he wants.
Magasin Décathlon, prends-en un. Ah, carrément.
Voilà.
Avec Teddy Riner.
Moi et mon frère, on allait tout de suite dans les rayons chaussures. Parce que la chaussure, quand même, ça fait tout. Je pense que tu ne vois pas très bien. On est agréable dedans.
Je peux pas le rater, c'est taille 52 et tout.
Ça, c'est bien ça. J'ai besoin d'un sac à dos pour charger tout ce que les enfants ont besoin.
Chargeur.
Tiens, une petite raquette de paddle.
T'as fait une première séance de paddle ou pas encore?
Ouais, je joue un peu.
Tu m'as pas encore raconté un petit peu là, c'est quoi tes souvenirs ici là?
Je venais ici le mercredi et le samedi. On commençait par le golf, après il y avait escalade, ensuite natation, les cours de tennis, cours de squash, judo en dernier, et voilà.
Tout ça c'est un mercredi ça?
Ouais, mercredi et samedi.
Et golf?
Ouais.
Ok.
Damn, we're gonna have to learn French, Portuguese, Spanish. Yeah, he out here doing it. Look at the circle he's running in. Football, soccer, tennis, judo. We ain't running. We got Moneyberg. You think you're doing something, you hanging out with Moneyberg. What? We ain't. I know, haven't seen Sonny at the gym. Yeah, I don't follow them too much. She seemed to be a free spirit, and I'm going to leave it at that. He got sponsorships. Oh, he had a little bit of elbow surgery too? All right. He doing it, bro. Bro's national hero. Yeah, People in America don't know who Gordon Ryan is. You ask the average American who Gordon Ryan is, they don't know who he is. Now you go to France, everybody know who Teddy Riner is. People here don't know who Gordon Ryan is. And Gordon, depending on what Gordon's taking, he looks like a different person every time. We got Arma BJJ. Let's see what they got to say.
This is Clapham's latest gym, but it's far from what you might expect. Arma is a brand new training and wellness centre with dedicated dojos focusing on the art of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. For general fitness, they have a gym space and they offer one-to-one PT sessions to get you feeling your best, as well as, of course, the opportunity to improve your Jiu-Jitsu skills no matter what level you are. On our visit, their expert coaches taught us that it's basically like physical chess, all about timing, technique, and using leverage, not just brute strength. For the all-important recovery, there's a state-of-the-art sauna and cold plunge area, complete with waterfall shower and chairs to chill on. Plus, a cafe with coffee, meals, shakes and snacks for refueling, and a rooftop co-working lounge so you can train, recover, and get things done all in one spot. This is Clapham's latest gym, but it's far from what you might expect.
Pretty awesome. I think Arma's also, I can't name too many gyms with a female head instructor, so it's one of the only gyms I can think of. There's who's the girl that's with Gracie Humaita? I can't remember her name. There's maybe like, I can probably only think about 4 or 5 gyms with female head instructors. So pretty cool to see, and looks like great facilities, good instruction. So, I mean, I might go there and take a private lesson for sure. Maybe. It says, does anyone feel like Levi Jones Leary is underrated? Well, definitely not after the last CGI. I don't think he gets enough recognition. I know most people regard him as elite. However, I think he belongs in the conversation about the top 5 or 10 alive. And Nogi at 77 kg. I mean, nobody's topping Marcelo. I mean, I don't know. What's up, bro? Marcelo, 77 kg is Marcelo all the way. Marcelo, I'm not sure if Shaolin should be on that list. Yeah, maybe Levi can be on there. Marcelo. What's the guy that used to fight Marcelo all the time? The super ripped up guy. I can't remember his name for some reason. Moved to Abu Dhabi. Yeah, I guess Levi can get on that list. Mika. JT. Well, Levi never did ADCC, so that's kind of hard to put him on there. Cade. Possibly Lackland. I don't know. I maybe give Levi a spot to Lackland. Yeah, I don't know. I'm saying I'm just top 5 or so. I don't know if Levi's in top 5. Said it could just be me out of touch with current events, but it doesn't seem like he really competes as much as a lot of other guys. This was my thinking. I think he's great. Love his game, but he's just not as active as others. Skill-wise, I think he's in the top 10, possibly even top 5. I mean, at CGI 3, he beat 3 world champions in a row, arguably 4. 2019 beat the feather, lightweight, and middleweight champion that year. Must be in the gi. His understanding of the game is ridiculous, and he's beaten a lot of the top guys, but just doesn't compete a lot, which I think would be the main bias against him. But execution-wise, he's when he's on, he can beat anyone in the world. Yeah, he's beat Lucas Lepre. He beat Canuto. Who else did he beat in the gi? He got DQ'd versus Lira, I think, or somebody. I was going to say something similar. It's more that he doesn't compete a lot. Well, he's from Australia. Australia's all the way across around the world over there, so it's not an easy trip. And then you got to deal with visa stuff and having money to stay in the country. And you can't work, though. You're not supposed to work on the tourist visa. People like to talk crap because he pulls guard. Well, I mean, that's what he does. It works. He got hurt and pulled out of CGI too. Yeah, that would have helped Team Australia, Oceania do really well having him there. Let's see. He doesn't compete often, so he doesn't stay in the wider conversation after major events. That being said, folks have talked about Cade match off and on for a full year, so that says something about his star power. If you remove guys on his guard is as good as it gets. It says, yes, Levi is amazing. It was pretty much under the radar before his CGI performance. That's not true because he beat Joseph Chin before CGI, right? Didn't he beat Joseph Chin before CGI at Polaris, or was that after? Agreed. He's excellent at what he does, but top 10 definitely not. Top 10 no-gi guard players for his weight class probably. I can't think of a time in the past few years when he had his guard pass. No. Actually, I think he did get his guard pass. One time. Oh, did Mika beat him? Somebody beat him. Was that Mika that beat him at World Pro or something? Or is it someone? Maybe that was Espen or someone. Might have the best no-gi guard in the world. He had an incredible performance at CGI, but that's pretty much all he's done. He hasn't competed even once since then. I thought he did Polaris. Oh, he did it before. And his results before then were mixed, with no black belt world or ADCC tournament medals, let alone wins. It's hard to win those ADCC titles, those IBJJF black belt world titles. Like, sometimes you don't win. Sometimes, like, you just got a GOAT in your division. You just can't get past. Like, back when you had Cobrinha and Rafa Mendez, nobody could win. Or when you had Lucas Lepre or Michael Lengi or even Leandro Lowe at lightweight, nobody was beating those guys. Or, middleweight, middle heavy, you had guys like Homolo and Felipe Pena and Barbosa and Batista. It's hard to win these tournaments. One good tournament doesn't make you top 10 in the world. He really needs to compete more often if he wants to be known as more than a one-hit wonder. DQ for double guard pull. Well, you got to get 4 penalties to get DQ'd. So, I mean, I don't know what else to say. Somebody could have came up. Levi hasn't won anything in no-gi. What are we basing this list on? You can say they have a lot of skill, but the results matter. He has none. Well, they're arguing that he could have won CJI. He did win the trials though. He won the Asian trials. Don't forget that. He won the Asian trials, right? He almost grand slammed in the gi. Yeah, he won Euros. He didn't win Worlds though. Maybe did he win Pans? He won Spider Invitational. That's true. He won. Did he beat our homeboy Shane Jamil Hill, I believe, or somebody? Sometimes you got Brazilian refs. Yeah, sometimes Brazilian ref. And what's happening now is happening to me. Like, sometimes the referees, I see the referee and like I fight guys, and then later on I see them later, they're refereeing, so it's rough. What Phil says, Levi lost to Mateus Szynski at Polaris by ref decision. I'll have to watch that match. I can't play Polaris videos on here because they will copyright strike me, unfortunately. Yeah, it's not easy. Now, Levi looks like he got some enhancements now. He's super Levi, but before, I think for sure he was out there just fighting with his technique. And we saw from Mika, you got to fight the kids with all the technique in the world, all the power and strength in the world nowadays. And flexibility. Like, fighting Mika Galvao is not fair. I mean, there's a lot of Mika Galvaos now, but well, maybe not his level, but there's people similar to Mika Galvao. Sometimes you get out there, you like, geez, what the heck am I fighting out here? Is this person human? I think he's in top 15. Huge fan. Guard players just don't get much hype because people are stupid and assume being on top and spazzing on frames is passing. When you submit like Lackland did at the ADCC, people respect that. He showed out major last year at CGI. Definitely elite, underrated competitor. I love Levi. He has the best guard of anyone in the game. I don't think anyone is discounting him. Some people just don't find his style entertaining. I think that's why he's also not considered in the top 10, because he's a guard player. The top 10 can do everything. He sliced and diced through Cade's guard so effectively that after about 45 seconds, Cade completely gave up the idea of retaining his guard against Levi. Yeah, I don't remember that. Cade is not a guard. Yeah, the Rotulos are not guard players, which is pretty interesting because they grew up at Autos, so fighting super strong guys. So they were just like, I can't end up on bottom. So that might be the best strategy if you're natural out here. You want to fight some jiu-jitsu. You probably gonna have to stay on top and develop your takedown game. Says you said you wanted to see Owen versus Gianni. You think I don't know, bro. I don't know who. That's why I want to see the match. I don't know who would win. He's been a jiu-jitsu phenom since he was 6 years old. Are you trying to argue he doesn't have a solid guard? Yeah, Rotulos ain't trying to. Well, the Rotulos got the buggy choke guard and the I'm gonna Darce choke you from bottom guard, which only they can do. Levi demonstrated incredible passing at CGI. I don't know. I wouldn't say he had the best guard of anyone in the game. Mikey, Gordon, Mateus, not Mateus Denise, Szynski, the Polish guy or whatever he's from. Craig, Mika, Tynan, probably some guys I'm forgetting, can give him a run for his money for best guard player. JT Torres is no slouch, and Mergali has an excellent guard too. He didn't say pound for pound though, did he? If we are talking all-time GOATs like Marcelo, Hoffa, Hodger, Leandro, Lackland, they put Lackland in the GOAT status, and even his training partners. I mean, Lackland can't hold up with none of those guys, basically. I'm sorry, I like Lackland. I'm just being honest. I can't hang with most of these people. Well, I could beat some of the other maybe. I don't know if I can. I could probably hang with Mikey for a second. He gonna grab my foot. Let's set up a match, me and Mikey, guys. Oh, but he in UFC BJJ. I can't go to that. Even his training partners like the Meow Brothers, I'd rank above him. Maybe I'm crazy though. I for sure think a prime Gordon, regardless of weight class, would be able to pass his guard. I don't know about that. And Mikey is probably the most technical guard wizard. That's just my opinion though. Mika is definitely a much more well-rounded grappler. Let's not forget he lost CJI. Let's not forget his record is far from perfect. He's certainly a guy I love to study, but I would probably choose to learn from the Meow Bros or even Murillo before I train under him. His skill set is highly tailored to specific attributes that are unique to him. You don't think the Meow Brothers have specific attributes, or Mika doesn't have specific attributes, or Marcelo? All these guys, every elite person got some specific attribute. It's not like just anyone could play guard the way he does. He's incredibly good, but not very active. If he was competing 4 to 5 times a year, we'd see him mentioned at the top of his division on the regular, but he's done like 3 to 4 big events in the past like 6 years. Dude's got to study their history, yeah. People forget so easily. You want to talk about impassable. What about Michael Lange? And he has the results, multiple time world champion, and Marcelo couldn't pass his guard. Well, not in the gi. Leandro Lo could pass that guard, though. I remember when Leandro Lo passed that guard, we were like, what the heck just happened? How did he do that? Yeah. Where was I? Yeah, we do forget. I mean, Lucas been beaten. AJ Souza beat Lucas. So sometimes it's the style matchup. Lucas not really good against Bolo people though. Lanky Bolo people. He's rated exactly as he should be. BJJ people tend to overrate people just because they pull a slick move, and overrate people because they can't see past their bias. It goes it always goes me, then Gordon Ryan, then Daylight. It is funny of us to speculate why he does or doesn't compete more. I have no proof you're wrong, but my opinion is that you are. He has never been that active, and what has happened since then that really matters. Also, he can't put himself into events. He either gets invites or not. Who knows? And then again, he could be completely correct. Maybe he knows he should just ride the wave and put out content to make money before revealing it was a total fluke. He was able to put up the performance against the best in the world. That wasn't no fluke, bro. I think he's just more unknown than underrated. I think the people that know of him rate him very highly as an athlete. I mean, he did win CJI and beat Lucas Lepre in the gi and beat Joe Chin in no gi. Levi has been one of my favorites for a long time. CJI helped bring additional attention to him, but he had a great career with some big competition wins, giving that top 5 or 10 alive. I wish I could say yes, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't think he's top 5 in 77 kilograms in no-gi. But he might be top 10. Possibly, just for that CGI performance. Mr. Craig is back.
Our next athlete used to be called the Hillbilly Hammer. Now we just call him the Hillbilly. He'll be representing Daisy Fresh at 88 kilos.
Craig, who comes up with the skits? Craig busy. We'll watch a couple skits real fast.
Guys, we have ourselves Ronaldo. Paul has the wrong Ronaldo. Ronaldo Jr. representing Atos, 77 kilos. One of the most stacked teams in the event. Believe you me, Cajalio, Ronaldo Jr. is a tough man. I'm thinking Atos, #1 seed.
I don't think Ronaldo. Well, I mean, he is Atos. I don't know if he's the best fit. I think he only had one no-gi match. Did he only have? He only did one no-gi match.
I'm satisfied, and so you be, with this next announcement. Lucas, the Hulk Barbosa, representing Team Atos, 88 kilos. Love the man. Submitted Joseph Chen at the last event. Get excited. I'm not anymore. August 30/31, live and free on YouTube.
Oh, man. Yeah, Gabby. Gabby, why was your mouth green, Gabby? Oh, she was hiding behind the. Oh, I got it. Craig is working hard, bro. Shout out to Craig Jones. He working hard. He got it. He promoting these people. These these athletes can't promote themselves, so you got to promote them. Seems to be working. Says with Michael Lengi, if Leandro was still alive, I think he would like to make the money at CJI, but he's not a submission guy. He's more of a passing, point scoring person. And later in his life, Leandro, all he would do is double leg takedowns. So I don't know if he would really do well in that rule formatting. And the last time he did no-gi, Mr. Craig Jones took him out. So I don't know. With Michael Lengi was a combination of his flexibility and gripping that made his guard so great. So am I missing something small that makes him great? Yeah, again, we talked about having a skill advantage or knowledge advantage. So he really had a really good spider guard at a time when the passing didn't catch up to the guard just yet. So he was able to use his flexibility and his gripping and his knowledge to win a lot of championships. But then the passing caught up to him. Like the passing caught up to his guard game when he fought Leandro Lowe. And then we start seeing how to throw, the leg throw and some outside passing. And the thing with Lange is that he didn't evolve. You know, his guard didn't evolve, and so he didn't do well because people start outside passing from Leandro. We learned from Leandro. And so he didn't really adapt, so he didn't do well. But on the flip side, Lucas Lepre is one of the only athletes I've seen that kept getting better with age. You know, like he kept developing, and I remember when Michael was bigger than Lucas, like, like popularity wise, and maybe even skill wise, but Michael didn't improve. He didn't really want to play on top. He kept sticking to his guard even when people figured it out. And then Lucas kept developing, and Lucas still good. Not Craig Green like Shrek. Craig is, I wouldn't pick my skin for you guys, but Craig is doing a lot. Craig, make sure you take a break after all of this stuff. Says Jason Whitfield, who you think would win between Gianni Grippo and Owen Jones? Yeah, Gabby out there, she helping too. I like Gabby. She's really nice. Really nice lady. Says no gi grappling, no BJJ. Can't play that Kanye. This actually reminds me of Kyokushin karate. No kimono Kyokushin, yeah. Brain Damage League. No, it looks kind of fun. ACB's coming back. Says, is this public bathroom wrestleable? I can't even talk.
Is this public bathroom wrestleable?
You know my wrestlers be wrestling everywhere. Hoffa was damn near impassable. Yeah, Hoffa. Anybody at lightweight, nobody pass. You can't pass nobody's guard at lightweight. I like Mayrum because he's the only person that be trying to pass. And Isaac, it's hard. It's almost impossible to pass the small people's guard though. Yeah, Hoffa, Mendez. Yeah. I can't remember. I don't remember the last time somebody got their guard passed in featherweight or rooster weight or light feather. It's hard to pass. Nobody really passes, Maybe back when Leandro and Lucas were around. Nobody really passes. Maybe Tynan will take your back, though. I'm hoping I get at least one match with him one day. Mr. Hamzat says, the best fighters don't just have tools, they know how to use them together.
Wrestling and normal, or usually freestyle wrestling or Greco is not the same thing, So if you bring some Olympic champion to MMA, I'm gonna wrestle him, So, but if I go for the match, Olympic wrestlers, they're gonna destroy me in the match. But that's a big difference, two different sports. People don't understand MMA wrestling and normal, or usually freestyle wrestling or Greco is not the same thing, So if you bring some Olympic champion to MMA, I'm gonna wrestle him, So, but if I go for the match, Olympic wrestlers, they're gonna destroy me in the match. But that's a big difference, two different sports.
Did Mayrum went up to Maryland too? Did he go up there? I didn't know he trained with you guys. Mayrum and Jamil had wars in the room. Yeah, I really like Mayrum. The referees be fighting him too. referees be fighting Mayrum. Says beginner wrestler signs.
Starting off in 4th place, we got double knee pad. Now, double knee pad don't say too much. You still can be good with double knee pad, like Marcus Blaze. But this is like a 50-50 chance. Someone might be bad, someone might be good. This is just the last resort if you don't know. Coming in 3rd place, we have no socks. Now, if you're one of the people that wear no socks, you are bro. I kid you not. Like, that, like, come on, bro. Like, the shoe's gonna be stinking. Coming in second place is body fat percentage. Like some of the heavyweights, they can have a higher body fat and still be good at wrestling. So this is middleweight to featherweight. So if the person is like more than 25% body fat, you already know they're new because they're not as defined as like the regular athlete, you know? Now, coming in first place is the stance. Like, the stance will tell you everything you need to know. If you're in a folk style match and a person's stance is like a Greco match, you already know they're new, bro. That's JV wrestling, bro. Like, I remember that was my stance, and I kept getting blast doubled. So, usually good wrestlers and, like, average wrestlers, they know you gotta hunch down to watch your legs and, like, watch for shots and stuff, you know? These are the signs that someone is a beginner wrestler.
I definitely did the no socks things. Mushmaster says all the Guigo guys lived here. Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, I mean, a lot of Muhammad Ali, did Urbrif came through you guys. I remember Gabrielli was over there with you guys too. Who else? Shoot. Some other people too, I'm sure. A lot of Brazilians came through Maryland. Let's see. Let's watch a couple of these. Basically, half of OG Dream art were up here. Did Izaki come through too?
As wrestlers, we're going to struggle a lot, but these are the top wrestling struggles that put all the other struggles to shame. All right, starting off with the practice. The practice is like a sauna, full blast. Have you ever worked out in a sauna full blast? No! Like, this will break you mentally. It got me sweating because the PTSD it left in my brain. Like, come on, man. And another crazy fact about the practice, we have practice for 2 to 3 hours, minimum water breaks. I say 2 water breaks and you're done. All right, coming in second place, we have making weight. Now, making weight is, oh no, because you're going to have a lot of temptation. You're going to see McDonald's, you're going to see Longhorn, you're going to see Subway, you're going to see Wendy's, you're going to see all that. And the crazy thing, you can't have it. So now you're having a spiritual battle to see if you can withstand the temptation. And the first wrestling struggle is the injuries. Don't get me started on no injuries, man. You got broken bones. You got dislocated bones. You got concussions. And you want to know the crazy thing? That's not even all of them. But yeah, let me know if y'all relate, because it's some real deal stuff, man. Yeah,
let's watch one more. Lengthy wrestler perks. New wrestling style. What is it?
Why did I just go on Google and look up top 10 popular sports, but wrestling is not there? No! Like, do y'all see this, man? Do y'all see this? You literally can't even find it, man. You can't find it. But you're telling me table tennis is top 6?
Mm-hmm.
No! Like, name me 3 table tennis players right now, bro. 3, 2, 1. You failed, bro. You failed. I blame all y'all non-wrestlers who call the sport. Like, if I look up wrestling on Google, why does WWE pop up? That ain't wrestling. That's tomfoolery. Like, where is y'all humanity? Wrestling is the world's oldest sport, and y'all backlash us like this, man. No! Like, call them 2 different names. One is different from the other. Don't connect the 2. They're not the same. But on a real note, this made me mad, bro. This made me very, very mad. We need to be up there. We need to brainstorm. We need to do something. We need our glory. Why did I just go on Google and look?
None of the grappling sports really popular like that. And that's fine. It's not for everybody. Not for everybody. Skateboarding not for everybody. Some other sports, niche sports. I don't know. Yeah, stuff like that. Everything's not for everybody, bro. It says wrestlers are the mentally strongest. Is this the same guy? No, it's a different dude. Wrestlers are the strongest mentally.
Don't get enough recognition that need it and deserve it. This sport holds dearly to my heart. Wrestling. Oh man. Not everybody can do wrestling. I'm not gonna cap. Wrestling is a different type of athlete, yo.
I've seen 300-pound men on a wrestling mat do flips. I've seen 300-pound men on a wrestling mat do splits.
Oh, wow.
Wrestling is the most mentally draining sport you could ever do in your life.
If anybody ever says anybody can wrestle, not everybody can wrestle.
I did wrestling and I quit. And so I can give you guys as much props as it is. Because you guys are a different breed. And the thing is, you could say, oh my God, why did you quit? You're not an athlete.
I played Division I sport, but I couldn't handle wrestling.
Those people are different animals. You can sit there with a wrestler and you will not survive. The people be cutting 30 pounds in one day, and you think your diet is not healthy? They're not doing no healthy stuff either, but they can go on the mat and still go crazy. My brother wrestler, man, and he loved it. I don't know how these people love it. I don't know how wrestlers love it. I literally do not know how wrestlers love it. These people are excited to go wrestle every day. Their conditioning is different, bro. And then tell me why you practicing in a sauna, dog. You are literally practicing. It's a different type of mental strength being a wrestler. And so all the wrestlers out there, man, here are your flowers. Women and men wrestlers, bro. You guys are different. If anybody ever disrespects you, bro, well, you guys can fight for yourselves.
Yeah, wrestling ain't easy. Jiu-jitsu way easier compared to wrestling. And judo's tough too. Judo, you gotta fall. Judo hard. Judo, just doing judo is hard. You take that fall. Hopefully you got a crash pad. But wrestling is tough. Conditioning. Jiu-jitsu pretty easy. We don't have to warm up. You don't have to listen to your coach. You don't have to drill. Some schools you don't have to roll. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. It's easy. Am I still on there, guys? I think I was froze up for a second. Let me check real fast. Yeah, I think we're good. I have not been keeping up with PGF. I'm leaving that up to you guys to keep up with it for me. It says how to make $500 in 5 seconds doing jiu-jitsu. So in PGF, it's kind of weird, but people sit around in these chairs watching you grapple, kind of, I don't know, some gladiator stuff. And then if they like what you do, they throw money bags at you. I mean, is that kind of dangerous? Throwing stuff onto the mat? But I guess it works. I don't know. Jason says, wrestling will never be top 10 because it's too difficult for the general public. All these wrestlers saying you have to be mentally strong, cut a lot of weight. This sounds horrible. What's funny is that in some cultures, Dagestan, wrestling's popular. Iran, they love wrestling. Other places, not so much. But even Japan is not that popular. But, some places in America, you go to Pennsylvania, Oklahoma, Iowa, wrestling is life. Josiah says he likes PGF. We're going to put him out there in that show too. I have not kept up with PGF. It's just not going to happen. $500, go.
What you say? Oh, you have it? Alright, wait, bitch!
You can't even survive PGF. PGF though. PGF so dangerous. You can't even survive. Nobody can survive the whole season. Did anybody survive the whole season in PGF?
Woke up feeling different. I put diamonds on my dentist. Everything is hitting. Pay a pigment for my figment. Pull off the lot with a whole lot of freaks, a whole lot of wheat, a whole lot of bread.
I don't know, man. It's too much. Josiah says he likes PGF. I mean, I hope those guys took some life insurance out. That's the only way I would do PGF. I would have to take some life insurance out of myself. But I mean, eventually you're gonna break. It's too much jiu-jitsu, man. You're not supposed to grapple like that. We got Miss Nia. I'm a big fan of hers too. She's showing us some hip exercises for our hamstrings.
With 4 hip and hamstring exercises for BJJ. Number 1, Cossack side lunges. I use a weight here to help with my balance. Number 2, hamstring and QL stretch. I take a dumbbell in one hand and with my free hand I reach towards my foot, which is up on a bar. Adjust the bar depending on your flexibility, and for a challenge take a weight in your free hand. Number 3, horse stance dynamic squats. I'm taking my legs wide, squatting deep, and I'm keeping my chest open. Number 4, hamstring slides. You don't need to be able to do the splits to do this, just go as deep as you can. I use blocks to help with balance, but ideally I want to be doing these hands-free. A big thank you to Coach Roxy at Ready to Roll for the exercises. Give these a try, guys, and let me know how you get on. Reversing my stiff jiu-jitsu hips with 4 hip and hamstring exercises for BJJ. Number 1.
You guys need to be doing this stuff. What's going on with all the grippo in here?
My career, I was a huge drill guy. I used to drill all the time. I used to drill 3 hours a day sometimes.
Whoa.
Because I was in college and sometimes I would miss practices, so I'd make up for the time by drilling more when I could on my own. I was a psychopath about it. And I'm not going to come here and completely bash it because I was able to succeed a lot with it. But as you get older, I spent a lot of time on the mat. Maybe you don't want to have to spend all that time, 3 hours just drilling, and then add on training to that as well. If you guys know my career, I was a huge...
Johnny said he ain't drilling no more. He ecological all the way. So we'll see how ecological does at... Why isn't he on... They didn't even put him on Team Americas. He's ecological. Why didn't Greg Souders should have put only ecological people on his team? Only ecological people. DeAndre, you could have the Corby Bros, Grippo, Kevon. What's the Yada Marco? Okay, that's 5 people. You got Greg Souders should only have ecological people on his team. He shouldn't have no Australians, no Pat Downey. Take Elijah Dorsey out of there. I want to see only ecological people out there, even if they don't fit the weight class. We don't have high hopes for Team Americas, guys. Team Americas. Mushmaster said he should have been the coach. I'll let you guys read that. I'm just gonna play it. Gianni's interview was fire. We know you love Gianni, bro. We know you. Craig was upset because you said you loved him number 2 to Gianni. Josiah pissed off Craig Jones. You told Craig Jones he was number 2 to Grippo. Josiah says he likes long hair though. he likes the long hair. Josiah said he likes the long. He likes Gianni Grippo's boyish looks. That's Jason Whitfield, yeah. Shoot, I need to stretch. I'm gonna go stretch with Nia. Respectfully though. Nia, can you help me stretch? We be thirsty on this channel. God, dog. Says nobody in this library knows that I'm one sentence away from pulling collar sleeve, ripping the knee elbow connection, and tearing a shoulder with the pneumoplata. Not one. Don't roll with that dude. Josiah said facts.
You can't quit. I can blame the quarterback, I can blame the lineman, I can blame receivers. When you wrestle, it's just you and another individual out there. It's one-on-one. You shake hands and you get to feel what a man is. And it's like, are you gonna let him dominate you? I've never in my life been pinned. My senior year, I was 42-0, 29 and 30 pins. I would go to college. I didn't want to wrestle in college. My dad said, you're still gonna wrestle. Jim Sweeney let me play football at Fresno State, and I wrestled. I was ranked number 3 in the country. I placed 7th. I was an All-American. But it was just the burn. You could quit. You're You're in there on a double leg, got a single leg in there, and the guy comes across with a cross face, and you could cower and give up the 2, or you just let that cross face and you suck that thing in and you turn the corner and you take him down. You get on top and you start hammering. You come in for that double leg and you pick him up and just slam him. I mean, wrestling that one-on-one, I loved it. I hated it, but I loved it because I hated losing more than like winning.
What makes wrestlers a different breed?
You can't quit. I can blame the quarterback. I can blame the lineman. I can blame receivers. When you wrestle, it's just you and another individual out there. It's one-on-one. You shake hands and you get to feel what a man is. And it's like, are you going to let him dominate you? I've never in my life been pinned. My senior year, I was 42-0, 29 and 30 pins. I would go to college. I didn't want to wrestle in college. My dad said, you're still going to wrestle. Jim Sweeney let me play football at
them wrestlers are a different breed. Grippo's, he's not on BJJ Fanatics anymore. Might need to be on there. The audio's breaking up. I'm not sure if it's on my end. Can you guys hear me? I didn't say anything. Maybe that's why. Could you hear the video though?
Fresno State, and I wrestled. I was ranked number 3 in the country. I placed 7th. I was an All-American. Okay. But it was just the burn. You could quit. You're in there on a double leg, got a single leg in there, and the guy comes across with a cross face, and you could cower and give up the 2, or you just let that cross face and you suck that thing in and you turn the corner and you take him down. You get on top and you start hammering. You come in for that double leg and you pick him up and just slam him. I mean, wrestling that one-on-one, I loved it. I hated it, but I loved it because I hated losing more than like winning.
What makes wrestlers a different breed?
You can't quit. I can blame the quarterback. I can blame the lineman. I can blame receivers. When you wrestle, it's just you and another individual out there. It's one-on-one. You shake hands and you get to feel what a man is. And it's like, are you going to let him dominate you? I've never in my life been pinned. My senior year, I was 42-0, 29.
Says it's buffering. My internet's slow. Yeah, it's buffering. I'm still here, just buffering, guys. You know, it's always some crap going on. Wrestling's tough. We already talked about that. I guess we got Gable Stevenson on the thumbnail, so that's why it's more wrestling based. It says when the adrenaline wears off after open mat and you go back to being a normal 40-year-old. Give me a thumbs up when you can hear me though. This program, bro. I'm still streaming. It's just acting up. Everything acting up. 12:56. Yeah. Still here, just acting up. Open the widget. What widget? Nothing I can do. What am I supposed to do? I don't know, man. It's acting up. Yeah, I'm still here. Give me a thumbs up when you guys hear me. YouTube is not responding. Okay. What the heck just happened? Okay, let me see. Bro, what the heck is going on? We get okay. I'm like, what the heck is going on over here? Yo, Balea. Balea, you missed Craig Jones, bro. Says when the adrenaline wears off at the open mat and you go back to being a normal 40-year-old. Yeah, that's how it goes. You guys feel like superheroes, get home, and then you turn old. That's exactly how it feels. My internet's crapping out on me. Unpopular opinion, the way Hamza controlled Dreykus is how any grappler with 2 to 3 years of experience can control the average man. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Josiah, he's the greeter. He's my chat greeter. All right, Josiah, that's your job from now on. Aw, we appreciate you, man. Josiah, your job for now on is to greet people when they join the chat. That's your job. Keep doing that, and you might meet Gianni Grippo eventually. Keep doing that, and I'll call Gianni Grippo one day. My internet's going slow. We covered a lot about Gable Stevenson. He's going to be fighting like 2 weeks after CJI. He's got his MMA debut, so hopefully it goes well. He don't have no hands though, for sure. I mean, that's normal for jiu-jitsu people. Well, he's a wrestler, but so hopefully he doesn't get knocked out in his debut match. He's kind of done everything, you know, the wrestling, he's trying to do MMA now. He did football. He tried WWE, so he's kind of been all over the place.
Темная ночь, только пули. Темная ночь.
Brother, you have no wrestling. You know my Eastern Europeans going to wrestle, bro. That's all they've been doing for centuries. They've been wrestling this whole time. Shoot. I didn't know that happened. This is a really good post. So we watched, if you guys were here yesterday, we watched the Year of Mika, and it seemed like, the dad, I mean, you do need a strong father to push you. Think about Michael Jackson's dad, Tiger Woods' dad, Lewis Hamilton's dad. But, some parents can take it too far. So I thought this was really interesting. I wanted to share with you guys. It says Max Verstappen, the F1 driver, is a champion, but at what cost? And it says, my dad never said I was going to be a champion. He would tell me I was going to be a truck driver. To realize what I was doing wasn't enough. From age 4, Jos Verstappen was relentless. Strict routines, cold silence after bad performances, and brutal honesty were the norm. Max once said it felt like a hard school, but a fair one. The results, world championships, but at what cost? Psychological research consistently shows that extreme pressure without emotional connection doesn't produce long-term strength. It creates insecurity, burnout, and emotional volatility. What builds sustainable success is structure, support, and space for autonomy. You don't need to suffer to grow. You need aligned intensity, not emotional chaos. That's not softness. That's wise obsession. So for my fathers and mothers out here, learn from this. I know some people, especially in jiu-jitsu and wrestling, maybe even judo, the parents try to live through the kids, but you might cause some trauma. So let's listen to this maybe once or twice and see. Zoom in a little bit too. There we go.
Narcissistic parent learns early that love is conditional. They quickly understand they'll only be loved for what they do, not who they are. They sense their parent cannot meet their emotional needs, so they learn to perform, excelling in sports, academics, or becoming their parents' confidant and emotional support. The child abandons their true self, morphing into whatever version their highly critical and opinionated parent deems worthy. The child of a narcissistic parent learns early that love is conditional. They quickly understand they'll only be loved for what they do, not who they are. They sense their parent cannot meet their emotional needs, so they learn to perform, excelling in sports, academics, or becoming their parents' confidant and emotional support. The child abandons their true self, morphing into whatever version their highly critical and opinionated parent deems worthy. The child of a narcissistic parent learns...
That's some real stuff right there, man. Some people are going to defend the father. And yeah, you do need to push your kids, but I think there's some reason in that. I'm not going to read that, but if you guys want to watch that later, you can. It's on Wise Obsession Instagram page. We talk a lot, Craig talked a little bit about his the project in Peru. Some of these people are fighting. I mean, that's all they know, and that's the only skill they have. So some people, we have to have some empathy for some of these fighters too. Josiah says, my parents stopped me from competing in judo years ago and stopped me from being an amateur boxer. When I learned jiu-jitsu, I'm going to compete and learn, and I want to compete against Grippo. All right, bro. So this is Carlos Prates. Let's listen to his story.
6 fights in 1 month.
Oh, shit.
They pay like 5,000 bahts. In China, they pay much better. 1 fight, they pay you like 30,000 bahts. And then I stay on the street at Starbucks for all day. Yeah, because they don't want to pay hotel again and things like that. And then I got a train and come to China. And then I fold. And then I back to the city of the promoter to train in his gym and sleep there. Like sleep on the mat. It was really cold, like 10 degrees negative. Yeah, send me back to Thailand, and then I'm back to Thailand. My first month in Thailand, I did 6 fights in 1 month.
Oh, yeah.
They pay like 5,000 bahts. In China, they pay much better. 1 fight, they pay you like 30,000 bahts. And then I stay on the street at Starbucks for all day. Yeah, because they don't want to pay hotel again and things like that. And then I got a train and come to China. And then I fold. And then I back to the city of the promoter to train in his gym and sleep there. Like sleep on the mat. It was really cold, like 10 degrees negative. Yeah, send me back to Thailand, and then I'm back to Thailand.
Some of these guys are, they're not making no money. They out here fighting. I don't even know this guy. But that money says 5,000 baht is like $154. So he wasn't making no money in he's in UFC? Okay, Prates. I didn't know that. Respect to his work ethic and career. Not many people are willing to do that. Everyone gets through the easy times, but it's tough times that make you who you are. Yeah, some people out here struggling. They working, but they're not making no money, so it's tough, man. Somebody trying to call me. Spam call. I don't have no money for them to scam me. It says UFC champion versus Olympic champion. We already know how this is going to go. That's Hamza versus Sedulayev, I believe. So yeah, what was he gonna do? Take him down? They're not even in the same weight class.
For children in Chechnya, but you didn't want to put a cage in the gym. Why is that? Why no cage?
No, they scare me. MMA is scary sport, so we can't say I don't think so. This MMA can be good for the kids because we.
Balea says, "Who's got better matchmaking, UFC, BJJ, or who's number one, and why?" For sure not UFC, BJJ. They put Mikey versus a dude that didn't do any nogi before. That was his first nogi match. Who would do that? Why did they do that? I gotta go. Who's number one? They do better matchups. Wagner versus Kit Dale, Adele versus Jasmine Hosha. They were trying to get Grippo versus Owen Jones. Those are good matchups. That's what we want to see. UFC BJJ put a lot of matches nobody wanted to see. People you never heard of that you didn't really care about. They didn't build up. UFC BJJ doesn't even market their people. The whole last show, nobody knew that show was going on. And I gotta go. Who's number one? Because they actually had some good, decent matchups. You're like, man, that might be exciting. BJJ Stars is good too. BJJ stars. Well, yeah, everything's better than the UFC BJJ so far. BJJ stars is okay too. I like they had the absolute division with Fabricio Andre. I don't know why they put him in there, but I enjoyed that. And some of the matches are good too. Helena out there, it was good to see her fighting, and I forget who else fought. I like the the tournament they did with Mika and Elijah Dorsey and those guys and Roberto. Those were good matches. I'm going who's number one for sure. And commentating, UFC BJJ, they got MMA fighters commentating on BJJ fights, and the UFC dudes don't even train BJJ. They don't train jiu-jitsu. Who's number one? You got Kendall and some other guys. Usually, Sean Williams and somebody over there. Yeah, it's not even close. Who's number one? I've been boycotting UFC BJJ though. I don't like Dana White. I'm against Dana White.
Punching in the face.
And Claudia. I'm against Claudia.
We broke each other, so.
And Mikey.
So, grappling, kickboxing, boxing, all the sports in one sport, This is amazing sport, but not for the kids. So I think kids should be like at least 15 years to train some different sports, boxing or judo or wrestling, grappling. There are a lot of different sports for the young boys, so that's why.
That you were building a gym for children in Chechnya, but you didn't want to put a cage in the gym. Why is that? Why no cage?
No, they scary me. MMA is scary sport, so we can't say I don't think so. This MMA can be good for the kids because we punch in the face, we broke each other, so grappling, kickboxing, boxing, all the sports in one sport, This is amazing sport, but not for the kids. So I think kids should be like at least 15 years to train some different sports, boxing or judo or wrestling, grappling. There are a lot of different sports for the young boys, so that's why.
Yeah, I agree with that, You don't want them kids getting CTE too early. I mean, the Muay Thai guys will let their kids in Thailand, they be fighting. So he's probably right, though. Maybe get them a base, and when they're maybe in their teens, start MMA or something. Wrestling and BJJ for kids, striking just before puberty, this is the way. I think grappling, BJJ, wrestling are great for kids. It teaches them discipline. Did his daughter get pulled off a school bus and beaten up after he said this? Didn't his homeboy literally do a full contact MMA event for kids? He's right, bro. He's right about that. Can't have full contact like that at that age. Stick to point fighting with striking or just body and leg strikes only, and grappling with restricted submissions for safety. Their focus at that age should be for self-defense and overall athleticism. Full contact can be done when they are older and their bodies and brains develop more. It's good for kids, just no punching or sparring, obviously, until they are older. Teach the form, focus on ground game. They need it. All right, they're bringing up somebody over there. I'm not going to mention any Eastern European dictators or any crazy people over there. I don't want them finding me. Yeah. I mean, kids shouldn't be really doing striking. I mean, you can hit the pads and stuff. That's okay. They don't need to be sparring though with strikes. Got Mr. World Champ Luke Stanek. Man, look at these kids, bro. They'd be so happy. I would be happy too if I won a world championship at any level.
What do you got? Yeah, it's on video, so show it
let's
off.
go.
How about the belt?
Where's the belt?
What we got?
Sick. It's backwards.
World champ. Anything for the people?
Just get after it.
What do you got?
Anything for the people, just get after it. Hey, wrestlers ain't trying to get clout. They ain't trying to dance on TikTok. They ain't calling nobody out. They ain't insulting nobody. They just wrestle. I love wrestlers, bro. Now, you might not think they got personality. You might be right, but they stay out of trouble outside of a couple guys from Penetration State College, but they usually stay out of trouble. Actually, we've got some bad boy wrestlers too. There's a few bad boy wrestlers out here getting in trouble. Starachi, Kyle Snyder, Aaron Brooks. Yeah, everybody from Penetration State College getting in trouble. What is this?
All the way round for the takedown. He's gone one remaining and he might end this early. It's Marcus Blaze for gold for the USA. He's done it. He's done it before time. To climb the rankings, and the USA will be top of the rankings. A fourth gold in men.
That's awesome. Judo, what you guys doing? Where do I find the judo stuff? I'm trying to find the judo stuff.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is a specialization of Judo Newaza. In this video, we will be discussing the original classic Japanese terms for judo pins. Number 1, the mount. That's what we call it in BJJ. In judo, we call it tate shiho gatami, vertical 4-corner hold. Number 2, side control. In judo, we call it yoko shiho gatami, side 4-corner hold. Number 3, north south, kami shiho gatami, upper 4-corner hold. And lastly, head and arm triangle, kata gatami, shoulder hold. Next time you're on the mat, just remember, BJJ.
Kami or Kami Shiho Gatami. Yeah, come on, man. I'm a fan of keeping things simple. The side mount, the back control. Why you gotta learn Japanese to do jiu-jitsu now? And even in Japan, they say mount, they say back. They don't say the Japanese judo term. We got Mr. Hayden. If you guys remember him, we followed him a little bit. But it seems like he was doing okay out there at a under 20 world championship, representing the Philippines. He's American, but represents the Philippines. That's awesome, man. I'm enjoying seeing the wrestlers. You got him a nice little booth thing too. Bro, my internet's copped out on me. For my people that want to go to Brazil, Balea probably can weigh in on this, but it says the real cost of living in Brazil.
Is per month in Brazil. Based on these numbers, you can kind of work out how much your life would cost here. Bear in mind, I have overdone it, like completely. The things I do on a weekly basis, there's a high percentage chance that you won't want to do. So my rent is £500 per month. This is only because I wanted to pay for the convenience of having a place that was already furnished. I wanted to have 24/7 security, and I wanted all bills included. Put it this way, when I told Brazilians how much I pay, they're shocked. Because if it wasn't so convenient, I could be paying £100 less. For me, I'm happy with paying that because I'm only 2 blocks away from the beach. I could literally sprint to the beach in 1 minute. This is a 1-bedroom apartment with everything I need. I've even got an office. Now let's be honest, if I had £500 in London, I would basically be sleeping on the street. Literally, I would be sleeping on the street. And And I definitely wouldn't have my own place. I wouldn't have 24/7 security. What? And I'd probably be sharing with about 4 other people. It's crazy. Food, I spend about £320 per month. Now bear in mind, this is the same amount that I spend in England, but the quantity and the quality of food is completely different here. So for example, in the morning, I have fruits every day. I have about 5 to 6 different fruits already cut for me every single day, Monday to Sunday. Put it this way, if I ate how I eat here in England, it would probably cost me close to £450. And bear in mind, I eat 5 times a day, so your food bill will not be close to this. The gym, I spend about £20 per month. Now I can use any Smart Fit, that's the name of the gym, in South America for this fee per month. That's it. So for example, if I want to travel to Rio, if I want to travel to Sao Paulo, I don't need to worry about the hassle of finding the gym. There's definitely going to be a Smart Fit there, and I'll be able to enter using the plan that I already have that I use in Fortaleza. I play beach tennis 4 times a week. That costs me £35. For my fun and leisure, it's about £250. That's probably going out probably 4 or 5 times per week, whether that be for dinner, whether that be going to a bar, going to a live show. That's all included in that £250. My haircut, I spend about £14. That is 2 haircuts a month, so £7 each, which is just insane to me. Like, I'm not even gonna bother tell you what I pay in England. It's not even close. My subscriptions, such as like my phone, Netflix, Global, which is basically like a Netflix here in Brazil, sets me back about £45 per month. But all these subscriptions I don't actually need. Imagine if I cut that out, how much I'll be spending on that sector per month. And then the last but not least is an evening activity, which I spend about £30 per month. So that could be Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, that could be Muay Thai, could be a paint class, whatever I feel like doing, that's the budget that I set for that. So about £30 per month. That is a total of £1,314. And I'll be honest with you, I could cut that near enough in half and still live here. It's crazy. I'm super busy every single day, super active. I live next to the beach. I'm eating good. The people are friendly. What more can you want? Comment down below how much it costs you roughly per month to live in your city. Let's go through my monthly expenses.
Pretty cool. I mean, yeah, I mean, shoot. I might need to go to Brazil. It'll be fun to go to Brazil. I definitely, I want to go to Ted Project, see Ted. Maybe stop in at the Lion School. Maybe. I mean, they're going to charge me. For sure, they're going to charge me. They're going to charge me extra. And I got to buy the gi and the rash guard. They're going to get me. But yeah, I do want to go to Brazil. I was supposed to go last year, but maybe sometime soon I can go. You can live a different life down there. I mean, being your best behavior, because these foreigners, these travelers be down there making a bad name for everybody down there. I don't know about that club scene though. After Leandro Lowe, I ain't really partying like that. Says, bro, when are the girls going to be interested that I do BJJ? I'm sorry guys, but that ain't ever gonna happen. That ain't ever gonna happen. No girl's gonna be like, oh, so you're a black belt? No girl cares. Oh man. Jesus Christ, my ears. My ears. Yeah, girls don't like jiu-jitsu. Did you guys not know that? I don't think they like any combat sport. Maybe boxing. Actually, Muay Thai. Them Muay Thai dudes always got some girls though. Muay Thai bros got girls. Yeah, Muay Thai guys got the girls. That's where you need to go, guys. Josiah, don't do jiu-jitsu. Go do Muay Thai. That's my advice to you, bro. We're probably hanging on for about 30 more minutes, guys. Got to get some food, get ready to go train. Says BJJ Bros. And kind of friends. Maybe that'll be Josiah and Gianni Grippo one day. Yeah, girls don't care for a black belt. They really don't care. Who is that? Is that Dana White?
Right now, put your kids into jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu. It will change your kids' lives and give them a level of confidence. Soccer, here's my thing with traditional sports. Soccer, basketball, it's fun. You learn some team stuff. You do it to a certain point. You put them in jiu-jitsu, they'll have that for the rest of their life. Forever. It's 4 and 6. Right now, put your kids into jiu-jitsu.
Yo, Dana White said put your kids in jiu-jitsu. All right, Dana White. I agree with that. Maybe some gymnastics or something too. Or dance. I mean, let your kids do stuff, bro. Why they gotta do one thing? Judo is better for kids. We got Mr. Kokorian. I'm starting to like Kokorian. I'm putting Kokorian over Grippo. Josiah, did you know that? Let me refresh that for you. So that was Mikey's post, I guess a while ago. I don't know when that was exactly. Let's read it real fast. Thank God we can zoom in. I don't think I ever covered this. It's been out for a minute, I think. Derek Moneyberg received his black belt 3.5. Jesus Christ. Actually, I think this is old. Yeah, this is old, but I'll read it anyway. Kokorian is destroying Moneyberg. Yo, Kokorian copying me, but that's all good, man. Let the content flow. Let the content flow, you know. Derek Moneyberg. What isn't his name? Isn't his real name Dale or something? Derek Moneyberg received his black belt in 3.5 years, and people are upset about this. First of all, as we all know, people all have different IQ levels. Mikey calling us dumb. Derek is a genius. Derek is a genius. Super intelligent. That sounds like Trump. Isn't that something Trump would say? I don't want to get political on here. Derek is a genius. Super intelligent and has the ability to grasp and learn things that would take regular people years. Secondly, Derek has every day one of the best people in the world, all world champions, including Gordon and myself, traveling to him and teaching him every day. So imagine someone with an extremely high IQ, plus the resources to train privately with the best people in the world every day for 3.5 years. Does that change your opinion and view on the speed of his promotion? Derek knows more jiu-jitsu than the majority of black belts. I took offense at that. In our sport, I promise you that. Mikey said Monkeyberg knows more than me. Tummyberg. Money turd. Monkeyberg. Tummyberg. Money bird. Money boot. We could do this all day. That's why everybody was upset at Mikey. Mikey over here insulting everybody. I see Mikey's comment. Mikey upset. Let's watch Kokorian now. Get him, Kokorian. Get him.
I'd like to draw your attention to your mama's panty drawer. Now, the special drawer where she keeps her butt plugs and dildos. You're going to see a Moneyberg t-shirt or perhaps a rash guard.
I can't believe this guy is a black belt. I don't care what skill you have in jiu-jitsu. If you carry yourself like that, you shouldn't be a black belt in jiu-jitsu.
Dang. Oh, Mikey. Oh, Mikey. Oh.
I'd like to draw your attention to your mama's panty drawer. Now, the special drawer where she keeps her butt plugs and dildos. You're going to see a Moneyberg t-shirt or perhaps a rash guard.
I can't believe this guy is a black belt. I don't care what skill you have in jiu-jitsu. If you carry yourself like that, you shouldn't be a black belt in jiu-jitsu.
Dang. Oh.
I'd like to draw your attention to your mama's panty drawer. Now, the special drawer where she keeps her butt plugs and dildos. You're going to see a Moneyberg t-shirt or perhaps a rash guard.
I can't believe this guy is a black belt. I don't care what skill you have in jiu-jitsu. If you carry yourself like that, you shouldn't be a black belt in jiu-jitsu.
God dog. Kokorian got him. Get him, Kokorian. Get him. All right, I'm Team Kokorian. I'm not Team Grippo no more. I'm Team Kokorian. God dog. I ain't editing my videos like that. I just put my face on the video. But good job, Kokorian. He says, nice to see. Oh, wait. Huge respect to Mikey for walking back his support of Money Turd. Nice to see a legit black belt whose integrity can't be bought. All jokes, but for real, Money Boobs sounds like a 4th grade bully here. LOL, the internet was made for making fun of dudes like him. That is true. Maybe Mikey, too. We're going to have to make fun of you, Mikey. Mikey said, damn, dude. Mikey can't win. I'm sorry. Mikey can't win. And I ain't going to defend Mikey. He a grown man. He better defend himself. Come on the stream, Mikey. Come defend yourself. Come on the stream. Keith might face Grippo at EBI. I just said I'm Team Krikorian. That's all we get. That's all we get is damn, dude. We all can clearly see his lack of skill on even basic things. And here he is insulting people, which you stood hard against. But now, just damn, dude. Well, I have to say, damn, dude. Well, to them, I have to say, damn, dude. I didn't give him his black belt. You would have. If it wasn't Jake Shields, it would have been you or Gordon. I didn't give him his black belt. I just respect the people that did. Listen, just because some dude gave it to him, don't mean, we can't just keep giving people a free pass. No more free passes in jiu-jitsu no more. No more vouching for people no more. It says, I didn't give him the black belt. I just respect the people that did. You guys have no problem the Brazilian president getting. We were upset about that. We were upset about that too, Mikey. You guys had no problem the Brazilian president getting an honorary black belt, right? When I made that comment, I was on vacation on the beach in Hawaii. He doesn't train with people or have any wanting to compete or any wants to compete. So is he really a BJJ black belt without even training in the gi? Probably not. Does he have more knowledge, like knows a crap ton of crazy moves and details that I don't even know and could probably write a book if he wanted to? Yes, he does. Can he actually do those moves like a world champion? No. So that's what I meant. He knows those things. Doesn't mean he can do it. He can do them at an elite level. But again, did I give him the belt? Absolutely not. I am not in this battle. You defended him. Mikey, you defended him. You put yourself in the battle, Mikey. You could have shut up like Gordon did. You put yourself out there. It happens. Sometimes you're on the right side of the business. Sometimes you're on the wrong side of the business. That's how it is. I've been wrong a ton of times on here. But I got a little bit of morals, so I probably wouldn't support a monkey bird. But you did. Keith says the hate is directed solely at Money Turd, bro. The difference with the Brazil president is that it was clearly an honorary belt. Moneyberg is trying to say he is a legitimate and deserved it. And he thinks that because people like Mikey and Gordon and all these other guys, they kind of vouch for him. They lent him credibility that he didn't deserve. The statement you just made was a sprint backwards compared to the quote you just made above. There is a difference between honorary and honorary belt and a belt. The belt means nothing. Take his money. It says the belt only represents one skill in grappling. If someone does something terribly and still has the technique, they are still black belt. Not really. BJJ isn't some moral compass. I don't know about that, bro. Exactly this. He's walking around like he's legit, like he's a legit black belt. People who get honorary belts or honorary degrees don't claim to be smarter than actual graduates. Well, Moneyberg is. No hate. I'm just saying we have to have somebody saying, all right, maybe he's not an actual black belt, and stop advocating for him that he is. Honorary should honestly only be in extreme conditions. I'm not a fan of just handing it out because of someone's position. If you get a black belt on knowledge alone, someone could just watch all the instructionals and remember the moves and maybe come up with a few of their own and then claim they are black belt worthy. While we have you here, how much for my black belt? Sounds way easier than training for the next 10 years. Kokorian says, sorry you had to catch a stray, Mikey. Don't hate me. And he says, how is giving respect a stray? Stray compliment, maybe. Stray, W. Gabriel Souza laughing. Some other people laughing. I think we can all agree that Money Turd was the only one looking through his mom's underwear drawer. Get out your mom's underwear drawer. We got Belay over there. What's up, Belay? Rage bait. Sad to see so many folks endorse it, but it's proof our sport is poor. Wait, did he actually? If I was friends with Zuck and Moneyballs, how's it going? And had the potential to be a Nepo baby, I'd support you too. Mikey not in the same echelon as us, guys. He's above us. He's smarter than us. He's better than us. This is the money fight every grappler wants now. Easy money. I'm a no-strike white belt, and I destroy Moneyberg. I just know it. Do you think he hit the seven-figure selling? Do you think he hit the seven-figure mark selling his integrity? Who, Mikey? Moneyberg Rashi would be ironically fly, though. Derek Moneyberg is a joke. All you need to know about Moneyberg, 90% of his YouTube comments are from bot accounts, and every single review of his course is a mandatory part of completing the course. Nobody actually likes his advice. He made almost all his money from a large inheritance and failed as a pickup guru before shifting to Wikipedia financial wisdoms. Who cares the belt he has? He can say he's a black belt, then gets tapped out by blue belts. Everyone knows he is a blue belt. If that, it's painful to watch him trying technique on Mikey. Mikey, he didn't even know how to hold a toe hold. My mate is a white belt and been out the gym for 5 years and will do him. How you mean by that? No diddy. Challenge the fake black belt. Shots appropriately fired. Sorry, I didn't see your message, Josiah. I'm over here reading all these things. He going in. I want to roll with that dude so bad. Integrity, man. I don't think keeping them things wrapped in a Moneyberg Rashi is the flex he thinks it is. I want my black belt. I want Moneyberg Rash Guard. BJJ will unfortunately eventually become fast belt progression just like every other martial art with enough marketing and competitors one day, and black belt will be only legitimate division to weed skill out. Not saying this is happening soon, but I do believe just like traditional karate styles, it will happen eventually. What is happening and why are we being subjected to it? I don't know. I have him on video during the Q&A not being able to give an answer what a pterygoplata is or how to get out of the turtle. I'm dead. I just want to know how much he is paying these guys to vouch for him. Somebody just posted a video. Oh, let me check that video out. 3 million buys a lot. Mikey deserved the stray button. People care too much about the silly stuff. Wasn't this guy trying to coach guys before he grifted his way into jiu-jitsu about pickup game looking like a... I won't say that word. I was looking for a video. I don't see the video here. All right, that was Moneyberg. Shout out to Kokorian. I'm liking Kokorian more and more every day. You're doing some good work, man. You're doing some good work. All right, guys, I'm going to hang on for about 10 more minutes, and I got to dip. Kokorian's over Grippo. Sorry, Josiah. Kokorian over Grippo, man. Hard to argue that, right? Hard to argue. I think we saw this, but it's the kid that we just watched with the belt earlier. Let's watch right now.
It's over now. Stanic gets in here for Uchida. He's clinging on and turning. Stanic gets round here, gets a take, cause an error in Stanic's play. And Stanic is going to hold on to this. Stanic is going to be the world champion. His first world championship. This minute of negotiation is over. Now Stanic gets in here for Uchida. He's clinging on and turning. Stanic gets round here, gets a take, cause an error in Stanic's play. And Stanic is going to hold on to this. Stanic is going to be the one.
Christowo 4. I don't know how to say that. It says, I'm a white belt, been doing BJJ. I'd beat Money Boobs. I mean, he's strong. Don't get it wrong. He's strong. But, I mean, he ain't got no technique, really. Mikey said he knows more than everybody. But we did mention this. Team USA wins the under 20 world team title. So that's pretty amazing. So you get points for every time someone places, you get points. So based off their medal. So you get points that way, I believe. So Team USA is doing good. Now we just got to do good at the World Championship. Can we get some gold medals at the World Championship? That's going to be the real test. We're saying for freestyle. Greco, we probably not going to win a world title in Greco. We ain't got nobody that can win in Greco in America. Even my boy Kamal Bey, he can't beat those Europeans. So shout out to the Team America. We got Miss Victoria. I'm a huge fan of hers. she's going to be fighting for Cage Fury. All right, Victoria, let's see what you got, girl. You guys know her. She's does a lot of wrestling content. She be hanging out with the other wrestling girls too. She got some really good what's going on over here? And I'll be honest, sometimes I don't recognize Helen. Like in one video, Helen was in the video, I didn't recognize Helen. She had so much makeup on, which I'm a big fan of hers, huge fan, respectfully. I didn't even recognize her in one video. Which video was that? This video, maybe that video, one of these videos. I didn't recognize that was Helen.
If I get inside on my opponent, I start to hip toss, but she steps in front of it, I can pull that into a snap from my underhook.
You know me, I was
When
like,
I go
who is
hip
that
toss,
girl?
she steps in front of it, I turn.
I was like, who is that girl? And they were like, oh, that's Helen. I was like, that's Helen?
Turn the hand that I have around the waist into an underhook.
Sorry.
If I get inside on my opponent, I start to hip toss, but she steps in front of it, I can pull that into a snap from my underhook.
That's a nice technique.
When I go hip toss, she steps in front of it, I turn the hand that I have around the waist into an underhook.
Hip toss, boom. Snap down. Awesome. Good technique. I got 2 years experience, competed once. I'm 33, 256. I smash him. Yeah, probably. I'm used to going against stronger and bigger guys. All right. Craig, let's get Moneyberg versus him. Just as it says, let's make a deal. If Gianni Grippo loses EBI, I will apologize to you and everyone on the show. If Gianni wins, I get to meet Gianni one day, and I want y'all there when it happens. Maybe. I'm not friends with Gianni, but we're colleagues. I consider him a colleague, a jiu-jitsu colleague. I've seen him a couple times. Some more wrestling. As much as I love jiu-jitsu, I think wrestling and judo are just more exciting. I mean, that's why they're in the Olympics. They're just more exciting, and I think that's just the way it is. I don't think we're going to change that, no matter the rule set. We did watch this earlier, keep on talking about Greg Souders. Let's play that one more time.
Always says there are no plug-and-play games.
Zoom in a little bit. There we go.
And he's right, sort of. On their own, games won't turn anyone into a high-level athlete. But I'll be real with you. When I first started going down the eco-bro rabbit hole, all I did was plug in his games until I started to actually understand the method. That's why on my Patreon, I've got over 200 games waiting for you. You can plug them in, test them out, and, let's be honest, sometimes just pray to God to figure it out. The point is, the reps will get you closer to what you want to be. I've put together the New Guy game plan, a full roadmap for beginners broken down into a bunch of different options for how to approach the New Guy. I've also got categories for standing, passing, pinning, guard, and submissions. On top of that, you'll get access to all of our past seminars, plus direct access to me whenever you need guidance. It's everything I wish I had when I started. Greg Souders always says there are no plug-and-play games.
That's Mr. Kevon. He's plugging his programs. If you guys want to support that stuff, go ahead. I'm not going to force you to do ecological or drill or anything. It's up to you to figure out what works best for you. And you gotta do that on your own. You gotta try different stuff, man. You guys want the easy solution, and I'm telling you, there is no easy solution. There is no one size fits all answer to how to get good at jiu-jitsu. So check that out. We're going to look at one match first, and that might be it for today. And I just want you to remember, today is White Belt Wednesday. Go help out a white belt for me. Do it for me. Do it for Ben Askren. Do it for Ollie. Because he can't do it, right? He's gone, but still remembered. Where's Flow Grappling at? You know, we got Jiu-Jitsu Con next week. We got CJI next week. I'll be there. Maybe you guys want to see Craig Jones on the stream? Let me know. Let me know if you guys want to see Craig Jones on the stream. We might be. He's gonna be busy though. He's gonna be super busy and stressed out. So maybe he won't be on the stream. Where the heck is the videos? We're gonna watch Davi Ramos versus Oliver Taza. 2-minute match, not bad.
Multiple times.
Taza really underrepresented. I feel like he should have had a spot on somebody's CJI team. You know, Team Europe or something. Somebody should have put him on their team. Maybe he'll be the alternate. You want to see Craig on the stream? What about Grippo? You want to see Craig? You want to see Grippo on the stream? Yeah, maybe. Eventually, I want to get more people on the stream. You know, and just hang out. You know, I'm tired of talking about whatever I'm talking about. Get him some nose beers. This is a family channel. We can't be doing no nose beers on here. Does smashing a white belt count as helping them? Yes. Yes, it does. Just give him a little critique afterwards. So we're gonna watch Davi Ramos. If you guys don't remember Davi Ramos, he armbarred Lucas. Now that was a fluke. Can we pull that up? Let me pull that up first. Let me pull that up first. That was kind of a fluke. Lucas was about to win that. He was about to win that that ADCC. He just got caught, bro. And that's life, bro. Let's see. My man got caught. Oh, that was terrible. Was this the finals? Yeah, it was the finals. Both matches 2 minutes. So let's watch the old match, then we'll watch a new match. So Davi Ramos, without the rash guard on. Hey, there's Mo. Look at Mo over here. You guys see Mo looking young, and that's Lucas with the rash guard on. No production back in those days. Kind of a slow match, but you know, that's how it goes sometimes. I already said wrestling and judo were more exciting. All right, so not the best move here, pulling guard.
How's he not getting?
And you see, watch the left arm, I believe. So let's slow. Shoot, go back. Let's slow that down because that setup's really nice. I don't know. You know, I mean, nobody could expect that. Nobody would expect that to happen. Anybody would have got caught with that. I would have got caught with that. Turn audio off. And people say pulling guard is boring. I mean, shoot, this guy jumped. Did he grab the hand? I think he just, yeah. Whew. Dang it. Yeah, it happens, bro. It happens, bro. Oh, that was the finals too. Lucas, that's the one title Lucas didn't get. He got everything else. Like I said, the world gonna humble you. You could be the best dude in the world. The world gonna humble you. Remember when Gordon tore his ligament? Sometimes you win the match and you be messed up even worse. So now we got Davi Ramos. So that was 2015 that he won. This is 2024. What, 9 years later? It's not boring. Yeah, it depends. Sometimes it is boring.
Multiple times, Oliver Taza has.
You guys here? You got Balea over there. He commentating. You got Balea on the stream and you got Balea on the video.
Been here, competed with the best in the world.
Yeah, this is a good clash of styles too, right? Davi, not only is he obviously exceptionally skilled, he's so explosive. So, but Taza seems to like to weather these storms as well. So, very tactical is Taza.
Yeah, and Taza's a young guy, but he's got a ton of experience.
Yeah, he does,
especially at ADCC. Loves to work the legs. Loves to use that to get on top.
Look at Taza, bro. Taza going, bro.
To the back.
Good hand fighting.
Polar opposite. Very strong, aggressive top player. High flying submissions.
Yeah.
He'll just shoot submissions from everywhere. The first time I ever saw him compete was seeing him pull off an armbar on Jeff Munson in a no-gi competition.
Nice arm drag.
Quite a few years back.
That was smooth.
But he has been removed.
Taza got some. He low-key got some good wrestling.
Compete.
Look at this arm drag. Snap down was good. Arm drag to the leg right here. Boom.
Quite a few years back, but he has
nice
been
takedown.
Removed from grappling.
That was nice,
The
Taza.
last few years focusing on MMA. Having said that,
And Davi Ramos ain't got no guard though.
Beautiful.
For real, he ain't got no guard.
Pick the ankle up.
He trying to arm drag, okay? He leaves the leg out though.
Roll through right into the knee
bar.
Let's see if he can secure this. Looks pretty tight.
Beautiful submission by Oliver Taza. And Davi Ramos, hands on head, can't believe what just happened.
Secure this. Arm drag.
You can't follow Taza. Let's slow that down. You can't follow Taza up because he's more of a counter grappler, counter submission artist. You don't really see too many people like that. I want to see Joseph Chin versus. Oh, they did fight. Never mind. They had a good match though. You guys remember the Joseph Chin match? I don't know if we will watch that today, but maybe tomorrow we can watch the Joseph Chin versus Taza. That was a good match though. A lot of back and forth. We're gonna slow this down so we can see that setup though. So Davi hits the arm drag. He comes up for his own single. Taza is able to get to a back position, rolls through with the leg. Boom, that's basically it. Davi was chilling too long. He was chilling too long. That was already in. That was nice, man. Not much you can say. That was a good setup. Taza good, man. You know, I think with him it's been taking him time to get to that next level. You know, not everybody blows up like Mika, and even Mika got popped by Isada. So what can we say about Mika?
Beautiful submission by Oliver Taza. And Davi Ramos, hands on head, can't believe what just happened. Taza just pulled off one of the best submissions in his career
That was a good
against one of
submission.
the best competitors in ADCC. This is a huge win for this young man from Canada. Congratulations, Oliver Taza.
It was a beautiful defense on the arm drag. So Davi hit that
good,
arm
yeah.
drag single, came up, and Taza rolled through for double trouble and had that knee bar stuck in the armpit.
Nice, that was a good match.
The many ways to call this match, I did not see a knee bar submission in less than 1 minute by Oliver Taza, but congratulations, Oliver.
Hey, you know, homeboy Davi Ramos won by that jumping flying armbar. And now he got caught by the little rolling knee bar. So that's how it goes. You'd rather watch double guard pull in two guys. No, I want to see action regardless of the sport. Was that Mika Gabao? Looking like a menace over here.
Yeah, so that's my first gi that I got.
Watch last video, guys.
We printed Farah, which was the thing for the special forces. Monteiro, which was the name of the gym there at the time. Yeah, it was a very old gi. I trained it always like every single day. You see some stuff inside here that my mom just like put it up and did some stitches to keep it up. Yeah, it was one gi for everything. Training, competition. Yeah, every day the same gi. Now, yeah, there we go. Yeah, it fits perfectly still. Yeah, so that's my...
All right, guys, that's it for today. We did a lot. We covered Gable Stevenson. Not only is he going to CJI, he's going to be fighting it for LFA right after, like a week or two after. Jiu-Jitsu Con coming up, a lot of seminars, Wrestling World Championship. I have no idea what judo people are doing. Let me know what you guys got going on, and I'll cover it. Who else do we cover? We had Craig Jones on here, so we talked to Craig for a little bit, and his guardian charity. We talked about some other stuff too. We talked a little bit about Moneyberg, Monkey Bird, Kokorian, Grippo. You know, the usual suspects. So really good show. Good job, everybody. If you guys want to support the channel, please just tell people about the live stream. You know, that's going a long ways. We got some of the heavy hitters in the sport or on the live stream. And, of course, I want it to be, you know, I say family environment, but, you know, be welcoming. You know, even if we have Moneyberg on here, we wouldn't run them off, hopefully. That's basically it, guys. Tell people about the live stream and stay healthy. Today is White Belt Wednesday. Go help out a white belt. You know, you see them struggling, shrimping, go ahead. Don't smash them too bad. Just give them some encouragement. Keep them training. Don't scare them off. Don't scare them away from the sport. So that's it, guys. Stay healthy. Yada, yada. I do need to make another video where we exit video, but I'll do that sometime later. Not now. That's it, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow, God willing, for Thursday, Takedown Thursday. And I'll see you guys. Be good.